First, I shall open Twitch. Should be live. Yeah, yeah.
You gotta, and the funny thing is, you gotta write the first time.
Me?
Not what he was talking about. Push to talk.
Oh, I don't use that. Let me just tweet it out, and then hop in. Share to twitter.com. Of course, of course, of course. The hell is your name on Twitter? Why does it? Why come I have to share something? It doesn't do it. It doesn't. You know what? It's fine.
Nothing works.
Like like what I usually type in to get you your mention, like normally, as soon as I have to share something, it don't work.
Yep.
So annoying.
Site does not work. It never worked as intended. This nigga Jack's just making money off of fucking some broken piece of code.
Oh man.
You can make it worse every freaking update too. Like, this shit is unacceptable.
And he definitely when they added the fleets, that definitely made a lot of things wonky, to say the least.
Shit, to say the least.
I mean, them just don't even be working after this. Well, I mean, better now, but at one point they want to be working. So
They still do that glitch sometimes where freaking they don't even play the full video.
really.
Yeah, where the progress bar will constantly be flickering.
Oh, okay.
Then it'll just skip it.
I had a point where I just couldn't upload one. Just wouldn't upload. It just wouldn't. Like it would load and then it would like didn't work, and I was like, all right, I guess it is what it is. What's up, Abdel? Yes, sir. Oh, let me pull up the notes. But yeah, you play anything new recently or not? Yeah.
Um, I'm playing something. Is it new? Absolutely not. I'm playing fucking Diablo 1 and Fallout 3. One game came out 2008, the other one came out fucking 97. So
Sounds good to me. You know, no issues with that.
both are
But
enjoying
yeah.
my time. I just haven't been able to play shit as much as I like to recently because
Mm.
more obligations. But hey,
I feel it. What's up, Wolf Nara? What's up, Mikey? GameStop. Yeah, we're gonna talk about the GameStop stuff too. That's one of the topics. But I mean, we'll kind of start off just lightly for the time being. Hopefully, more people roll in. If not, it is what it is. But the Celeste composers not getting paid. Um, so where did you initially hear that? Were they actually complaining like, hey, we made this OST, we don't get jack for it?
multiple composers from different freaking video games have been fucking completed. I
Dang.
got the article up. So
All right.
apparently the distributor, what's the proper term, the music label, Materia Collective, they've been handling fucking the publishing rights for a lot of different games
Mm-hmm.
and whatnot. Destiny, Mortal Kombat, Celeste, so on and so forth. And one of the one of the composers for Celeste was like, "Yo, I haven't seen a single payment in like 19 months."
That's crazy. He said 19 months. It's been 19
Us,
days. And I said, where's I?
another composer said she ain't hear back from these dweebs since the day her album released in 2019.
What? Yo, criminal. This is criminal activity.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different composers that worked on numerous different games have been like, yeah, we haven't been seeing no fucking money. Our shit been on streaming services. There's been paying for our shit. and we ain't seeing nothing. They've been buying vinyls of our shit, we ain't seeing nothing. And Material like, oh, Surrey, you got us. We gonna pay y'all by mid-February.
Oh, whoops! I forgot. Oh, did we not do that? Oh, oh man, you hate to see it. And what was up with the patch? With the patch, I actually, oddly enough, I think I got tired of CD Project Red news, so I haven't looked in a while. But their first, I seen a little bit of the guy apologizing, but that was about probably the last thing I've seen. But they dropped a big patch, you said, or the first one at
But
least.
yeah, before I get on to that, yeah, Vince, they be wilding. I don't know, man. These companies, they really just do whatever, and sometimes they get away with it because, unfortunately, the way it is, the video game industry, especially for indie games, everybody's not that knowledgeable on every single piece of legal information,
That makes
so
sense.
they don't even fully understand how to combat this type of scumbaggery.
Or even
So it's
protect themselves from with copyright stuff, like how to protect
mhm.
their IPs and things like that. Yeah, that happens. That happens often.
Yeah, they said some bullshit talking about how the division that was responsible for to pay out went under. We don't use them no more, so that's how we wasn't able to. I'm like, bro, y'all wilding.
That's just cap.
Yeah, that big cat. They like, oh, you caught us. We gonna pay y'all by mid-February.
That was one of those. If they don't ask, don't don't pay them. You actually hate to see it. But am
Yeah,
I
but
surprised by this behavior? Not in the slightest.
so two things with fucking CD Projekt Red. So y'all remember freaking last year they said they were gonna come out with two big giant super duper patches that was supposed to quote unquote fix the majority of the issues. Right,
Mm-hmm.
one in January and one in February. So the one in January came out patch 1.1,
Mm-hmm.
pretty big patch, and so far so good. But then like 3 days later or so, there was reports talking about, oh boy, there's a brand new game breaking bug in the game.
Oh,
So
brother.
apparently, what had happened was in one of the missions, the end of the mission, the NPC is supposed to call you and have a conversation with you. Then the mission will complete. But two things would happen: he would either call you and not say shit to you,
Mm-hmm.
so that you're infinitely stuck in the mission and you can't progress, or he just won't call you at all. I think the freaking the no, the former is funnier. That nigga just call you just silent on the other end of the phone.
Like, can I get my money for the music I composed? And
Crickets.
tumbleweed.
We
Cyberpunk looks a
from
little bit better. It hasn't randomly shut down since the update. I mean, and they better come back when the game's 100% fixed. I told you, I'll see y'all in 2022 when I play it on like next gen.
but unfortunately, this story is not as juicy as I'm making it because they was able to fix that game breaking bug within like 2 days of
Okay.
the reports. So that's fine and dandy now.
And
Or
I,
whatever. It was just super funny.
and if I remember correctly, the fact that they have to basically, fix the game is has pushed back a lot of the updates they wanted to do, right? So that's been
Yeah,
pushed back. Okay. I
yeah,
remember
because
seeing
what
that.
they wanted to do the same exact gimmick that they did with freaking
Witcher 3.
Witcher 3, where they released a year's worth of free DLC before releasing full blown expansion packs for the game and whatnot.
Yeah.
But that's getting super duper pushed back because the game is pretty broken.
Undercooked, to say the least.
Uh-huh. And the second thing that happened with them is so I mean, people have been making mods since the game released, but now they have officially um released mod support. What that means is they have made the development kits and whatnot public to people, so people now have like access to the models and the fucking AI and the coding and some shit. They haven't. It's not 100%, so there's still some things that you can't really mod like that, but the mod support has officially started.
Mhm.
And with that, once again, just a few days later, they're talking about, oh, there's a security exploit where if somebody was to put a malicious DLL in your game, they could take complete control over your computer. I'm like, bro.
Somebody help us.
Oh my god, yeah. This when I say down bad, I mean down bad. So yeah, unfortunately, that's really bad because there's already been a lot of mods being made for the game,
Hmm.
and now you have to be extra diligent on what you download before you download some malicious shit, and you just want to play with some cool new feature that somebody's come up with, and you can't, and now the nigga got your computer.
That's wild. What the hell, bro? I don't know. Well, hopefully they fix up. But
Yeah, it's just back to back to back, endless barrage of bullshit with them.
a series of unfortunate events.
Mm-hmm.
But all right.
We're all moving, brother.
So we'll start with this because I'm pretty sure we have a lot to say, not about the initial game itself, but probably on the topic overall. But so for y'all to know, I mean, I actually didn't know this until maybe today. I may have seen something, but I probably didn't realize it was true. But Midget no Yaiba is getting a game. I actually don't know. I assume Bandai Namco and CyberConnect and stuff. I actually didn't check at all, so I don't know. Um, but I have seen nothing but screenshots. If it's a trailer, I haven't seen it. I don't care. I'm not buying it. It's gonna suck. I promise. But why are anime games so fucking bad, bro? Why are they? Why are they literally dick on the ground? Why are they awful? Like don't be wrong, cause there's something I'll play, but I know it's mid. You know what I'm saying? Like I had a lot of fun with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All Star Battle. Don't get me wrong, I had fun, and I even had fun with one of the Seiya games. Now, mind you, we paid like $9 for it, so it wasn't like like that's nothing. But we have fun with it. But it was not a good game. Like if I had to pay full price for these games, it would have been like, bro, what? Cause the last one that I've played, cause I played at my friend's house, cause he just had it. I just tried it. Was the My Hero one, and I'm like, bro, this shit is clunky. It's ass. It don't feel right. It look wrong. Nothing about this game is right. And I would argue there was a time that, at the very least, a lot of the ones that we got weren't always like that. Like I would argue, like the Clash of Ninja games are pretty solid. You know. Go
I
ahead.
actually have a freaking
Go ahead.
blue truth about this, but now finish your rap.
I think I'm good. Wait, hold
Uh,
on. Imaginary Slayer, I'm good. Dragon Ball Fighters had me hooked when it first came out. Dragon Ball Fighters is not a bad game, so I'll give you credit where credit's due. I heard good things about shit. The other Dragon Ball game, there Kakarot.
oh, carrot, carrot cake.
Carrot cake. Krabby Patty. Yeah, I heard good things about that, but I made a promise to myself I'd never buy another Dragon Ball game ever again, and I've stuck to it for over a decade, so I'm not gonna break the streak today. But but Dragon Ball Fire is a good game. So like, don't get it twisted. That doesn't mean there hasn't been a good game and they won't make one. But on average, especially when I just see one, like I see the One Punch Man game, I go, bro, from the trailer alone, I'm like, this is dick. I'm not buying this. I thought Jump Force looked horrible from the first trailer they dropped, and people was hype, speculating. I'm like, bro, this I could feel how ass the controls feel. Like I don't know, but yeah, you go ahead. Go ahead, chime in. What's up, Ryan? Joni.
but freaking. So I think the main reason why anime video games in my current year are so ass versus how they were back then is because the large majority of them, like about damn near 90% of them, are made by Bandai Namco. When you
Mm-hmm.
think about it, all those games back then, they was made by different developers and whatnot. 18 Arc Systems Works, fuck, what was that other one, the blue logo? Fuck, I forgot the name. They long gone now, but they was made by so many different people, so many different developers that they was all doing different things. Now they're all being handled by one freaking publisher and one company, usually being published by Bandai Namco and being developed by CyberConnect too. Now, when you freaking have one company developing all of this shit at one time, that stretching resources very thin. They are going to freaking have their ass out on the majority of them and only really try really hard for certain specific ones
イエーイ
Mm-hmm.
and
姉ち
whatnot.
ゃんピースピース
Because look at it, freaking the Demon Slayer game, which I just looked at the trailer. It was literally once. The shit was not even a trailer. The nigga did one slash. That's a trailer. People getting hype off that. Anyways, he spin around like a
Thank you for the
top and he
subscription,
slaps
Ryan.
his
I
sword.
appreciate it. Keep going.
But Midget no Yaiba is developed by CyberConnect too. the My Hero games, both 1 and 2, developed by CyberConnect 2. Fucking the One Punch Man, developed by CyberConnect 2. The Dragon Ball games, Kakarot and Xeno. No, I know Kakarot is. I don't know about Xenoverse.
They came
So
free
just say
without the sales. I actually don't know how well these games perform. I couldn't even tell you. Sorry, keep going.
No, what happened to this?
To who? Oh, can he not? Can he not speak? Hello.
Yeah, what? You got muted? He's speaking right now.
Oh, oh, did I mute him for me? That's what I. My bad. Here you go.
That's
Vince?
just it.
Damn, that kind of hurt my feelings. But anyway,
No, the dog was barking, and I started streaming. My fault. I thought I did the thing where I just muted you and you can unmute yourself to talk. I didn't realize I muted you for myself. That's on me.
I feel you though. But no, but anyway, why is there a Yaiba game? There's like 10 characters.
Hey, all you need is one, apparently.
With the pillars, I guess. Tanjiro, Borgang, Sleepwalk. Yeah, you got it right.
All you need is one. All you need is one.
I mean, is it like an event? Oh, I was asking, I haven't looked at any of it. So like, is it like an adventure game? Like, what are we doing?
I don't know. I don't know.
Because you can't make a fighter. It's like 10 people.
I'm assuming it's going to be a Muso game. But as I said, I just watched the trailer. It was literally 20 seconds. All that nigga did was spin like a top and slash, and they showed the freaking title. So nobody knows what the hell the game is.
Nah, man, you hating, bro.
But yeah, the
You
OPM
imaginary
game,
water slash. Come on, bro.
OPM game by CyberConnect 2, Kakarot by CyberConnect 2. Who else? Freaking Black Clover by CyberConnect 2, Jump Force by CyberConnect 2. They're all developing these games, so they're going to be having their ass out for the majority of them. That's why they stink. Versus back in the day, you had so many different developers, so many different publishers putting these holes out. They all played different, had different art styles, graphics were different, music was different. It wasn't even the same games. You have RPGs, you have 2D fighters, you have 3D fighters, you have adventure games.
What's up, Yak? Mm-hmm.
Now it's just CyberConnect 2, they ass out. After freaking they showed how good they were with Storm, Barry Namco said, I bet you're doing everything. Fuck it.
Blizzard Tempest, I don't want you to dude. I'm not doing the thing where like I call any and every game out of Japan like an anime game. Like, you know, they call like Blast Blue and shit anime fighters. The title I literally mean like actual manga anime adaptations that get turned into video games. So not things like Ni no Kuni. Ni no Kuni, from what I know, was originally a video game, and then maybe it got adapted into other shit. Because I played the first Ni no Kuni. I have issues. It's not the worst game I played. I haven't played 2 yet, but yeah. So I don't mean games like that, really. So like, you know, Tales of Mysteria or whatever the fuck. But I really mean like...
You see,
yeah.
Dragon Ball Fighters is developed by Arc System Works.
Mm-hmm.
It's not developed by CyberConnect 2. So that shit play completely different, look completely different, sound completely different from the rest of these fucking doodles that they Bandai Namco has CC2 dropping like once every 4 months or so.
Samurai Sanji. Oh man. Talking about Zenitsu. Don't disrespect Sanji like that.
Isn't Burning Blood by CyberConnect 2 as well? Crazy.
I never even played that game, so
me neither.
It's okay. What about some of the Naruto games? I mean, no, Naruto is like Dragon Ball, where they have so much volume that they were bound to get a couple, you know? Like, there's so many of them. They're about to get at least 6 that were good. You get what I'm saying? They're not efficient, because most of them are bad or average or mediocre, if you will. But yeah, there's Naruto games that I like. I like the Clash of Ninja series for the most part. I actually like the earlier Ultimate Ninja ones with the 2 planes we could teleport to the background. I like those ones.
Yeah.
I don't mind the first Ultimate. Is it Ultimate? No, then Ultimate Ninja is the 3D one, right?
Nah, they call it, well, it still has the Ultimate Ninja name, but they
Ultimate
call it
Storm. There we go.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. So it is what it is. It's a February birthday, boys. Yes, sir. But yeah. Yeah, this Yaiba game does not look good, and I don't know. Anime games are just bad in general for the most part. Again, there's some that I have fun with, but that's the thing about, like, I'm having fun with it. Like, I'm making it fun. There's not a good game. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, because like I would, Okay, so like the first Pirate Warriors, I would argue is like not bad. The rest of them are just Muso games with a One Piece skin. But like when I used to play like the second one with my friend, he bought it on my PS3. I didn't buy it, so no skin off my back, right? He like Garp would have this move where he would take his jacket off for no reason, but he couldn't put it back on. And he would like grab niggas and start like feeding them punches. So anytime a boss fight came, he'd be like, "Hold up, I got it." Like we were just making the game fun for us. Like, I got this. He would throw off his jacket and just start punching the boss, and we're just laughing, like having a good time. Like we made the game fun. It's not a good game, so. But yeah, I don't know. But I agree with you. It's because a lot of it's Bandai Namco and CyberConnect. I guess they're like they do the bare minimum, and they're trying to sell the game off its likeness and name alone. Kind of like trying to use the Pokemon IP by itself to just sell something, even if it's not a quality piece of product. You know?
Exactly. Like if you use Naruto as an example again, if you think about it, Clash of Ninja was developed by a different team than Ultimate Ninja. That was developed by a different team than Chronicles, and then was developed by a different team by freaking Ninja Council on GBA. They all had different developers. It wasn't the same developer dropping 4 different games at one time. You have it's pretty much a monopoly at this point. CyberConnect will just drop everything. Oh, it's an anime. We're gonna make it a fighter game. Yo, where's CC2 at? They dropping some booty.
Yeah, because I was very disappointed. Oddly enough, I kind of like a lot of the story and interaction in Eyes of Heaven. I can't. That game is hard to play. It just sucks. It doesn't feel right. And like I had so much more fun with the previous JoJo game, even though it was like a 2.5D fighter. Even though it was very stiff, I had a way better time with that game. But it is what it is. But that was also when I was fresh into JoJo too. This is back in like. No, that game came out 2013, but I know I started JoJo about 2011, 2012. So maybe like a year after. But yeah. All right. So, video game announcements, right? So I find that lately, actually, was interesting that you brought up the Shadow Drop releases because I find that that's so rare nowadays. But I remember, there's a long time where I'm like, bro, why do all these games announce their game like 4 years in advance when they got nothing made? So basically, the topic for this we're going to be discussing is like basically when it's best to announce a game early, on time, late, and we're going to get into it. So yeah, go ahead.
Well, I honestly don't have an issue with developers dropping revealing their games years in advance because I think they're like this. Freaking other fandoms do that all the time. When you go to the movies, you go in the movie theater, you sit down. If you're not one of them weirdo ass dweebs that pull up like 15 minutes while the movie already playing type shit, you sitting down, you watching the trailers. There'll be trailers for movies that's coming out this year, that's coming out freaking next year, that's coming out like 4 years from now. Nobody got an issue with that or not, right? For me, it's like it's a PR thing. You have to freaking gather your audience.
You have to feed the hype machine. Yeah, okay, that's fair.
Yeah, you have to freaking gather your audience so there's a set amount that you know you're gonna make on release date. Because on shadow dropping, it could be nice to avoid all of the cons that come with releasing shit where you don't have anything quote unquote. But shadow dropping also has its own cons. Nobody know what the fuck that is, and it's very rare for a game like Until Dawn that just comes out of nowhere. It becomes super duper fucking popular, right? Games that usually shadow drop, just a handful of people play them, and they play it, they like it, and then it just fucking fizzles out into existence. My thing is, people complain about games that when they show their shit, they don't have anything, just kind of showing their age. Because for me, honestly, one of the most exciting things was reading fucking articles in your gaming magazine. You had your
power type beat. Come on now, yeah. They don't know about that.
Yeah, EGM and your fucking Game Informer, whatever, your Game Power, your Sony, whatever the fuck, all that shit, right? And the only information you had was these tiny ass 480p screenshots at the top of the article. You were rereading the article like every single day type beat. You hungering for more. That's one of the most exciting things. Well, for me, anyways, growing up. and finding out about new video games. Of course, that's before the boom of the internet and all that other fun shit, but they have to freaking get their audience, right? They have to make sure that a crowd is going to come and buy their shit. So I don't have an issue with it at all, personally speaking.
You make some good points because now I'm trying to think about things like having to stress test stuff and the way and how I would argue that gamers were always pretty like they're always babies and pretty volatile. It's just displayed a lot more now because of the internet and the age of information that we're in, technology. So you see it a lot more. But yeah, Game Informer, yes sir. But it's true because like with the way some people are babies, like they need to know a lot before they even make a decision. Like I'm that way a lot. Like if I'm making a decision, like I need to know as much as I can before I get into it. But I feel like I've got a good grasp on like when a game is gonna be what I want, good or not, based on what I look up and what I read and what I see. Because the last time that I've bought a game that I absolutely didn't like, and that was the last time I ever got fooled by a game, was Sonic Boom.
He couldn't even get it out.
I can't believe they got me. They got me with it. I'm like, hold on. The scarf kind of clean. Knuckles hit the gym. Yes, sir. They got me, bro. And I've never fumbled the bag ever since that day, ever again. So, Jesus Christ. But yeah, he did unlock. I forgot about Game Informer low key. I was just taking the Nintendo Power in my head, but when he brought it up, I'm like, fuck, I probably could find one of those in my basement. But
yeah, all of those freaking brand specific magazines. So Nintendo had theirs, Sony had theirs, Xbox had theirs. They usually came with demo discs, so on and so forth. Back in the day, this was shit before I was born. Fucking Nintendo Power used to actually send you a VHS tape every month that had trailers and interviews of upcoming games and shit. And it's like, bro, freaking they do this shit all the time, and it's like it's a necessary. I would call it necessary evil because I don't have an issue with it, but it's a necessary. They need to. It's like, yo, we coming out with this game, we working on it, and stay tuned for more. You just drop some. Here it is. What the fuck even is this? I don't know what this is. I ain't picking that up. Type E.
But like you said, they each come with pros and cons because like I feel like they say no publicity is bad publicity, but what if like on some cyberpunk sense a ghost story, it's like this is damaging to women's self worth or whatever the fuck was going on with that.
It's illegal.
Yeah, like like I don't know if that could like hurt. Like I mean that had opposite effect because some people are so tired of PC culture. Like you know what, I'm buying this game solely off the fact y'all let your nuts hang. That was it. That was like that's why so many people like, apparently bought the game. Not because they're into like cyberpunk or like horror or even visual novels. They're like, y'all let your nuts hang. I respect that. I'll buy this. And I was like, wow, that kind of backfired. But like you never know what's gonna happen. Like maybe you're like, oh yeah, so we're gonna use this, and they see a loot system, loot boxes, and then now controversy. So like. There are pros and cons to each. I like Shadow Drops for a lot of reasons because it's just like, yo, you had enough confidence. Like, yo, here's the game. Boom. Here's a launch trailer. Here's what you need to know. And I'm like, all right, bet. See what you got, and I'll check it out and see what they have. But for me, it's like I would probably announce it. Like, let's say a game is gonna come out in 2013. Yeah, all right, bro. We're going back in time. 2023 May. And you announced that shit in like 2017, 2018, bro. Don't talk to me. Just don't talk to me. I need that shit to be like that. That means nothing to me. You just like anything worse than like, oh, guess what's happening? What? Metroid Prime 4, and then radio silence. Just radio silence. And when you have something, then say it. Like what? I don't know. I think you can do it too early, but again, you gotta feed the hype machine. So I get it.
Like you're not even wrong, but I feel like with the Metroid Prime 4 as an example, that's just a way to not go about it. Because you could freaking because they legit just dropped a JPEG and it's been nothing since. Like, I feel so bad for Metroid fans, especially since Metroid Prime 1 was like one of the very first games that my sister got for a GameCube, and I have vivid memories of watching her play that shit from beginning to end numerous times and whatnot. So I know how rabid the fans for this specific version of Metroid is. And for them to just drop that JPEG and be like, all right, and just leave and just walk
How
away,
we out?
that's freaking scummy. You could drop something where you just have a freaking JPEG and then every year and a half or so drop screenshot. Like, I don't understand why the art of screenshots has vanished. Like, nigga, just drop a screenshot, something.
Oh, yeah.
It don't make no sense to me. They just complete radio silence. Tumbleweeds and
And
everything.
I've
That
heard all
shit.
kinds of things. They had to restart it. They're using a new engine, all kinds of shit. So I don't know what's going on, but yeah,
Yeah.
that shit's whack. Don't do
Freaking
that. Go ahead.
the last E3 that was freaking live, where the Earth was still online, people were slandering freaking Bethesda, specifically Todd Howard as usual, because they dropped the JPEG for Elder Scrolls 6. You know, Skyrim came out freaking in 2011. And I'm like, nigga, no, this is a good thing. Because that single JPEG now confirms that not only Elder Scrolls 6 is an official thing, but they're fucking working on it. Now y'all don't have to live your life off of freaking dreams, speculation, and fucking illusions. Now you know that this is actual game. It's gonna come out.
It's not like he said it's not an urban legend anymore.
Yes, it's officially confirmed. And niggas getting mad. I'm like, bro, y'all just showing y'all fucking age, man. There's nothing to get mad about. Now we know that this shit gonna come out.
Yeah,
Just chill
that's a good
out.
point, by the way. Yeah, at the very least, just be transparent. Like, hey, we just started development. Like, we ain't done much, but hey, it's coming. They dropped that shit with the 4. I heard everyone screaming. I'm like, like I like that Metro. I like Metroid. Like, I'll play them. I don't even remember when they announced it. Like, how many years ago was that?
It's like when the Switch first dropped too,
I
but
want to say 2017. Actually, I could be wrong. Maybe a year later, but it's because the Metroid games, the Metroid Prime games, my apologies, are the first 3 that I actually played in that series. I never played any of the older ones until later on. I played them on Wii. By the time they had them on the trilogy on Wii, that's when I played.
yeah, the virtual console.
Yeah, or I think they dropped the trilogy or something, like, because they wanted to use the Wii mode to aim and stuff, and I don't mind shooting with like aiming, like gyro controls, I
You're
guess.
talking about the re-release of Prime. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Those ones. Because two was probably my favorite one out of the 3. But but later on I went back and I played the first one in Super, and I played Zero Mission, and I feel like it's what I'm forgetting. But I don't know. But yeah, there's probably a middle ground you want to find with releasing or talking about when something's gonna come out. You know?
Yeah, you gotta just have your wits about you.
Yeah.
You don't want to come out freaking overzealous as fuck, and you know you don't got shit, and you know freaking niggas in the modern year, they are all detectives. They know where to find you, find your workplace, find out how much you got made type beat.
Yeah.
You don't want to get caught with your ass out.
Nope. Okay, so this was something I was just thinking of randomly, because this low key somewhat ties into Metroid. At least a lot of Nintendo franchises are kind of dead. I mean, I would say Star Fox dead because they just make the same game every time they make one. But it is what it is. But when it comes to like a franchise that you haven't seen for a while or whatever the case is, like maybe they haven't had a game since 2006, whatever. What do you think it's better for just let the franchise die, or see its reanimated corpse be constantly put in like these soulless sequels and spin-offs and things of that nature? So like, I don't know. I felt like for a long time the Crash Bandicoot games, they had no type of direction. I don't know what the fuck they were doing. They were just kind of throwing shit at the wall, seeing what would stick. I mean, I like the new one for the most part. The 4th one, I think they kind of did that. But like, for any series that you may like, is your preference to see it live on in a soulless manner, or would you just say let that shit die, kill the past, beat?
I unfortunately, I'm gonna give you the freaking cop out answer.
That's fine.
But it's really dependent on the freaking
And chat, you answer me too, by the way. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's really dependent on the series itself. So, like, for example, I have no idea why the fuck Sony has not done nothing with the Siphon Filter series since PS2. That is a perfectly easy, no-brainer, third-person shooter, espionage game that you could freaking drop easily and make some quick bucks off of that. Third person, got some cool gadgets, got to do some sneak missions, got some shootout missions, got multiplayer, boom, that's it, you done.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. Radio silence since PS2 for no reason. And that was one of their big games when that shit first came out on PS1. It doesn't make no sense to me. Another big one for me, because I was a huge fan of it when it came out, fucking Resistance. One of the coolest fucking stories ever.
Mm-hmm.
Niggas in the middle of fucking World War One. Then aliens come through, wash everybody. They completely wash us. Humanity is on the brink of extinction. Now we all gotta band together and fight the fucking aliens. 3 games on PS3, nothing else since. I'm like, bro, what's good with y'all? These
Mm-hmm.
are so easy, no-brainer shooter games that you could drop a little shitty multiplayer on it, come out with a single-player campaign, and you done. But they're like, nah, you good. Get The Last of Us, though.
Yeah.
Now, but other games I don't think need any type of, like, anything whatsoever. Just let it die. Let's see, fucking Donkey Kong Country, for example. 1, 2, and 3, you good. Don't try to slap the country name on nothing else. You know all them rare developers that made the original trilogy long gone and doing other shit. They
Mhm.
legally cannot work for y'all no more. Don't just slap the country name on some shit like, oh look, Donkey Kong Country back. Miss me with that. Even if the game is gonna be decent to subpar, you doing some shitty shit by just trying to rack in all the 90s adults who played that shit growing up on SNES.
That's fair.
Let the memory stay there.
That's a good game though. I like both of them. I actually like them.
The what?
Not the remakes, the new ones.
Yeah, Wild Freeze and the other one. Or we?
Tropical Freeze.
Oh shit! I said Wild Freeze.
I feel you though. I mean, that again, I think they're just trying to be smart with it, but with their marketing, I guess. But it's true. Depends on the series. If I like, because if it suits itself to that, then I can't hate. Plus, it gives a chance to be revived eventually. On a high end note, rival schools still got a fight in them, but Capcom lacking. The kind of reason why I brought it up because I remember at one point when I was seeing Skylanders, I'm like, nigga, is that Spiral? What the fuck is going on? What happened to Spiral type beat? But like, there's sometimes a part of me that goes, is this one of those things that, they had, like, there was my generation, and then this is the new generation of Spiral lovers, and this is how they're gonna experience it, and it had nothing to do with me. So I try to look at it from that perspective sometimes, because like I'd argue like certain things like Scooby Doo and Ninja Turtles, people are like, oh my god, the new Ninja Turtles, it's too anime, yada. But a lot of kids now are like, anime is like a cooler thing now. So to make it in that style, to make them more visually and personality wise distinct, it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Do you think sometimes it's just one of those things where it's like, this was your generation's version of, let's just say, Sonic the Hedgehog, for example, and this is the new gen?
That's actually a very good question. And Sonic is a very good example of it too. Because
Mm-hmm.
honestly, I think the direction that the new Sonic is made, and Sonic Mania don't count because Sonic Mania is literally made by diehard fans. They are not made by officially professional employed niggas by Sega. Those are made by diehard fucking fans,
Yeah.
right? Them Sonic games that actual Sega employees are making, Sonic Forces, all that, nah, boy, that shit is ass. The new generation Sonic is not good, like at all. And I'm not just talking about. I'm not just.
I'm sorry. Good. Keep going.
I'm not just talking about the change from him being short and fat to him being tall and skinny and whatnot. Nah, I mean the new direction with these fucking 3D elements.
What direction?
These hub worlds. These hub worlds and these weird old fucking human NPC. No, boy, none of that's raw.
Next time I see Sonic, he might have a jetpack and he traveling from planet to planet. I don't know what to expect at this point. Like
nobody know where the fuck he going. He just going somewhere.
Holy shit, that's so funny.
Like,
facts.
But like Mario, for example, I don't really have an issue with the direction Mario's in current year. I mean, we already had this conversation before, 3D Mario games or whatever for the most part, but those games don't really offend me. Sonic games, them 3D Sonic games offend me. And I'm not even necessarily saying that Sonic has to be freaking 3D or whatnot, But just the way that they made all them games offend me, boy.
Yep. They trash.
Yeah, and it's like, so like, Sony been trying to bring back Ratchet and Clank for like the third time, right? They tried to bring it back with PS3, it didn't go nowhere.
Did they really?
Then freaking, yeah, they did because he had 2 new games on PS3. It was like there was launch titles too, I believe.
I didn't know that. I probably I missed that then.
And then freaking they came out with the remake for the first game on PS4, and now they're making a completely new game. I believe it takes place after the freaking games on PS3 as well for PS5. They're trying again with him, and it's like they haven't really changed the atmosphere and tone of those games, right? It's not drastically different from the original ones. So I mean that's fine. But and they tried it with Sly too, but sadly that went nowhere. I'm so pissed because Sly 4 was a really good fucking game. I like that game a lot. That shit went fucking
I
nowhere.
loved Ratchet and Clank, the first couple of ones. Jack and Daxter was the one I didn't really get into as much. I've played them, and I know I beat one where he was like dark full mode or whatever. I can't remember that game was on. Me and Chris didn't beat that game together, but I remember seeing the trailer. I want to say maybe was it a PS5 release or something where he was going through dimensions and shit. Is that the new one? Like
Wait, which one?
Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, that's the new one.
With the portals and whatnot. All right. But yeah, Sly Cooper was my favorite one though. Oddly enough.
Yeah, Sly 4 was a really good fucking game. Thieves in Time, I enjoyed that a lot. And that shit went nowhere, boy. That shit still make me so sad. Like, they really had a team, I think, that understood what made Sly. And they made a good continuation. They said, nah, you good. They said, nah, you good.
Yep. All right. But I think that's the one thing I would struggle with. Usually I would be like, what's going on? Like, if you're gonna do this to this character or this franchise, just let it die. Like, I'd rather just not see it again. Like, as much as we might run to the F-Zero, at least Captain Falcon is in the vault, safe. No one's ruining his image. He come up for Smash and he go back in the vault. So, well, something like damn, like what have you done to this character or this thing? I don't know. But then a lot of times I'm like, you know what? Maybe this is the new generation's introduction into this thing I used to like as a child, and I kind of just go, you know what? Now let it go.
Yeah, like, I think the new Doom and Wolfenstein games are absolutely fantastic. And they don't stray too far away from the originals while still being unique and new and whatnot. But there are other instances, because the most instances I could think of are fucking movies and TV shows. Them niggas love doing that shit. Fuck. Try to think of some video game specific ones where they bring some shit out. Well, Sony was kind of doing it, but it wasn't like coming out with like remakes, just a bunch of remasters. Like, who would have? And don't even get me wrong, it looked like a good remaster. Who the fuck bought that remaster for Medieval 1 on PS4? Tell me right now.
It wasn't me, so tell you that much.
So, that nigga name? Sir Skeleton, whatever the fuck that nigga name is? It's something. Sir
Sir Daniel?
Yes. How many niggas know him?
Listen, when they dropped PlayStation All-Star Battle Royale, that was probably one of the characters. Like, who in the flying fuck is this? I did not know who that was at all. even the one character that confused a lot of people, I think Taro was supposed to be like the PS mascot. I still recognized him. I seen him before somewhere. I don't know where he was from. I saw Sir Daniel and went, who? Where? When? How? Like because even people were like, "Who the fuck is this Gravity Girl?" I'm like, "Yo, that's Cat. Are you guys dumb? Yo, you guys have a Vita. That's why I don't have a Vita, because only 6 of us had one. But it is what it is. Wait, Captain Falcon, my main play Melee. Hey, I'm sorry for your loss because he was not good in that game. Go ahead.
Yeah, because they tried. He had 2 games on PS1. Then they came out with a freaking port of the first game on PSP, and then again this remaster on PS. I'm like, bro, his game is not bad by any stretch of the means. It's actually pretty cool. Nobody, no new nigga, no dude, bro, give a fuck about him. Leave him alone.
Hardcore gamers. I'm not playing that childish skeleton.
All them MLG niggas too busy sitting down, training 5 hours a day on Apex. They don't give a fuck about no fucking Sir Daniel, boy.
Yep. Everybody gangster, then make a competitive One Piece fighter. I'll beat your ass with fucking Tama. I'm shooting Kibi dongos in everybody's mouth. Y'all twerking for me. But yeah. I don't know. We'll see. Cause like, part of me, like, there's certain franchises in my heart. I'm like, bro, I just need one more attempt, just one more. If you fuck it up, stop. But if you get it right, please. And you know I'm gonna say snowboard kids. I need Atlas. So just like, I need a real snowboard kids. What the fuck was that shit on DS? That was not it. That's not what I needed. That's not what I wanted. That is not what inspires happiness. Every time I turn that game on my 64, I'm like, look at this. Why have we not gotten a second Diddy Kong Racing? Not even a remake. Why? That is probably, if not the best, second best kart racer I have ever played. Fuck every single Mario Kart in comparison to Diddy Kong Racing. Diddy Kong Racing is literally still better than most Mario Karts I ever played. I know I like it more, but obviously 8 was pretty polished. I don't even like Deluxe. I don't play it. People keep asking me. I've low-key only played Mario Kart with like some girls sometimes on FaceTime. That's it. Oh, or else I don't play the game. Cause bro, I don't know. It is what it is. Bleach Heat the Soul on PSP was heat? Yes, sir. When I seen Hollow Ichigo and Ichigo do the double Getsuga Tensho in Japanese, did not know how to navigate that menu, I was still hyped.
Trial and error out.
Yeah. Diddy Kong Racing and Pokemon Stadium were your first games on 64. I respect that. I think the first 64 my first 64 I played was definitely Mario. 64. Climb tree.
Handstand. Mind blown.
Jump in the water. Drown.
I'm like, yo, why the fuck y'all going in that castle? That shit whack. So come outside.
He said outside.
I was an outside merchant in the game. Boy.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. So you're a Resident Evil guy, right?
Absolutely.
I've played the remake last year with shit, was it 2? Fuck. I'm a fraud.
Yeah, which one? Because both 2 and 3 got a remake.
No, I know I've played a bit of 3, but I know 3 was the one I didn't beat. But it's the one with shit. Redfield, the sister. Claire?
Yeah, yes, best girl. Yes, Claire. Yes, Resident Evil 2.
So that I played. I told you I beat Leon with them kicks. Hey, I was there. I was kicking them niggas, man. And then the one with the girl. I'm gonna say her name is Shiva or Sheva or something.
Yeah, you got it right, Sheva.
Yeah,
Resident Evil 5
with Chris Redfield. I never forget when I got eaten by an alligator in the water. Those were the ones that I played. I'm not really big into like that. I'm also a coward. I am openly telling you right now. I'm a fucking coward. I do not like being scared for any reason. I will have nightmares. So these games, I will not sleep well. So these games are not really games that I get into. I have a lot of respect for them. I think they're cool. I still think Wesker is one of the coolest characters I've ever seen. Shout out to Wesker. But
yeah, he is wrong.
Resident Evil 8 Village, is that what it's called? Village?
Yes.
I'm sure you guys have seen some of the stuff. Like, I like big tall vampire lady aside, are you excited for the game at all or? No.
Absolutely fucking excited.
Can I just wait before you go? She's ugly.
Absolutely.
She's ugly. She crushed. Okay, no, y'all scare me because the fan art's hitting. Don't get me wrong. The fan art go crazy. But when I seen her, I'm like, okay, she got the chesticles. Okay, she got the bohoinga-hoingas. I understand. I'm like, okay, she tall. Death by Snoo, not a problem. Amazon's out. And never been a problem for me. Her face is crusty, dry. I'm like, huh? She don't look like she have a lotion and bathed in weeks. They got blood all over themselves. Do we not care about being sanitary? What's going on with my fellow brothers and sisters out there? She's not it. None of them are it. That's all I'm saying. Go ahead.
Yeah, so before I even talk about it, I'll just have this conversation with my sister too, right? So the reason why her blowing up in popularity is so fucking irritating to me is just one thing. At the end of the day, the large majority of y'all are not buying this game. So this is not good publicity, right? Like at all. Like, see, I don't mind. Now go ahead.
No, this reminds us how we go like how like there's a lot of people like they're in these communities, but all they really do is like to draw or talk about like the certain characters. Like there's so many Persona 5 fans who just like to draw like shit. I can't remember anyone's Ryuji or some shit. You know, like they don't actually play the game. Like there's people are gonna talk about the character and they're gonna draw her and they're gonna be hype, but they're not buying this game. So you're right. Go ahead.
Yeah, so like I'm not saying that waifu of the month, waifu of the season, or whatever may have you, um, is a bad thing, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like we can, the internet blew up over 2B. That was fine. Why? Because at the end of the day, the majority of y'all still bought
Cause
the
she
game.
got the wagon.
Ah, woo, let me tell you, boy. What?
Oh
The
shit.
majority of people that was feeding bought the game, right? So I mean that's fine, but y'all actually supporting this thing so we could fucking get more. And now look, we got a freaking remake of fucking Near Replicant. We out here, oh remaster. Anyway, we out here with this. I know for a fact y'all are not buying this game. It's freaking it has a Western art style. There's no bit of animal in it whatsoever, and it's fucking horror. Y'all not buying this. Y'all not gonna support it. So get the fuck out of my face. It's so fucking irritating. Listen, every single person I've seen that said I have never played a Resident Evil game, but or I know nothing about Resident Evil, but look at this art I drew. I block them. Get the fuck out of my face, boy. That shit is so irritating. Just drop your freaking meme art and go. Why must you let me know that you never played any of these games before? First of all, how? Second of all, how do you not know?
They don't play nothing.
They don't play nothing. They don't play games at all, boy.
Mm.
Second of all, how do you not know anything about one of the biggest horror series of all time? Get the fuck out of my face. Yeah, that's blocked. So that's what's fucking irritating to me. Because it's just like, bro, y'all not gonna freaking support this game. So now all of you fucking bitch asses out the wazoo retweeting and drawing by the thousands, not gonna buy it. And then the sales of the game is freaking not gonna represent the popularity. Then
The
what?
hype that
Then
we
we in
saw
the mud.
online. Yeah, and then yeah, I don't know. I partially believe them when they said they didn't expect the character to take off like that. Because I don't think they designed her to be particularly. But again,
Now,
internet go internet. Go ahead though.
yeah, to actually answer your fucking question, I am beyond excited for this game. Because not only is Resident Evil 7
About to ask you. I'm gonna say that
fantastic.
one was good. I remember a lot of people, my like diehard Resident Evil fans, were like, no, that was the good one. Like 6 was the bad one.
Oh yeah, 6 was actually one of the worst games I've ever created. But 7 was a ridiculously fantastic fucking game. And then with 8, as you could tell, you could actually tell too because you play Resident Evil 4. They're clearly trying to homage back to 4 with the setting and whatnot, right? You're in
Oh, yeah,
a freaking
the village. Yeah,
yeah.
okay, yeah.
Resident Evil 4 started out with freaking Leon going to this backwater fucking village in the middle of fucking nowhere, right?
Okay.
Same thing here. It's in a freaking backwater village in the middle of fucking nowhere. So they're harkening back to the settings and themes of Resident Evil 4. And not only that, but fighting vampires? Yo, we are here. Like, bro, these bitches about to make my life horrible. And at the end of the game, I'm going to get them all out of here. I cannot wait. It looks fantastic. The RE engine looks beautiful as always. And I honestly cannot wait to see where they continue this reboot story and whatnot. Right? Where does it fall on the timeline? If it falls on the timeline at all. Is this a completely new timeline? And shit like that, right?
Rebooting?
Yeah, because, I mean, spoiler alert, but, I mean, it's already been spoiled since the trailer, but at the end of Resident Evil 7, where this nigga Ethan, he escapes the fucking family, a helicopter pulls up, right? This box-headed dude comes out, and he comes in the screen, he extends his arm to you,
It's Chris, right?
and he says, he says, name's Redfield, which confirms that this game now takes place in the same universe that we've known from 1 through 6. And since Chris looks young, we could assume this is when he was still a part of. I think actually it said Stars on his shoulder. Yeah, so that was still when he was a part of Stars. So this is before the events of Resident Evil 1, right? So we need to now figure out where exactly does 8 fall on the freaking timeline, if it does
Okay.
at all, and so on and so forth. Which is a really exciting thing because I think the Resident
That's
Evil
just fun
story,
sometimes. Like speculating about.
yeah,
Sorry.
the Resident Evil story is actually really fantastic and very coherent until you get up to 6, because that's one of the worst games ever created. But
Hey, Wesker saw that,
yeah,
bro.
so nah, no, the fuck he's not. That fucking Oosternack. Get the fuck out of my face. Anyways,
Listen, as long as Ada be around, I'm gonna be around. Shit.
oh shit. But yeah, freaking it's exciting to see where the story's gonna freaking take up from there. And just the setting looks fantastic. The gameplay looks great. The graphics look amazing. It's like, bro, I can't wait. I can't wait, boy. They really gonna knock it out of the park. I think they are. You know, Capcom is still Crapcom, but
Mm.
with Resident Evil 7, they did good. With Resident Evil 2 remake, that's legitimately one of the best remakes ever created. So with this one, I'm like, yeah, it looks like the same vein of effort and love that they put with fucking 8. So I'm like, I mean 7. So we
Which
here,
all you can really ask for.
honestly,
Mm.
because that debacle that's known as 6. Oh my Jesus Christ, boy, help me.
Resident Evil Revelations was my shit. I feel that.
Yeah, that's a good game.
I'd rather
One and two, I like
play
both.
The Witcher than Resident Evil. But actually, so would I. So, and I'm not even a Witcher fan. That game don't let me play nothing. They just talk. All right. A conversation for another day. They're not getting to that before I get attacked. Okay.
Yeah, I'm right here.
I don't have anything else to really chime in on the Resident Evil stuff because I'm not that well versed. But she's ugly. She's fucking hideous.
Yeah, she's ugly. They just
And
popped
she
it because
smells.
she's
I promise, she smells.
a literal fucking vampire. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
she's tall and she got the assets. That's it.
I know some of my brothers and sisters be blinded by that's all it takes. But I don't need return to monk. Return to the higher. Return to the higher brainwave level, man. Return to monk. So I never got a chance to talk about this at all here, so we'll take a time to do it here. But the whole GameStop and Reddit and the whole stock market debacle that was going on with Wall Street and everything, I kind of want to chime on it just a little bit, just because it's related, because GameStop sucks and this gaming stuff or whatever. But I just realized that I kind of half-ass followed this. I didn't really totally 100% follow this from start to finish. But my general understanding is, like, you just correct me if I'm wrong, Simi, was basically some people started to like buy shares and whatnot in GameStop to make it go up, and then I don't know, I'm not exactly sure what happened, but then they are like, no, they tried to like basically fight back against the common Joe that was basically getting into the stock market by like limiting how many shares they can buy and whatnot, and then I don't know, then Robinhood was shut down. Like, I didn't actually follow it. Do you have like?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
So, yeah. So what happened was they have this freaking they have this subreddit. I completely forgot the original name, the specific name. It's R Wall Street something.
Yeah,
right.
and they're all called degenerates, right? Like for like 8 million degenerates is like what they're calling themselves. I remember that part.
Yeah, they just be chilling and what. Usually they just make memes like, "Oh, I just bought this," or "This stock that I bought went down." GG boys or whatnot, right? So they usually just be chilling. But one day, them niggas actually put their heads together. They thunked their heads together. And they said, what would happen if we all buy GameStop stocks right now? They said, by God, lad, let's do it. And they did, and that shit fucking they skyrocketed out the wazoo. And they actually was the freaking heroes that we deserved all along, because they just exposed how not of a free market the free market actually is. Because now you have all of these fucking trust fund and rich ass niggas coming out the wazoo talking about, oh yeah, malfunctioning.
You're manipulating the stock market. That's what you guys do all the time.
And all of the freaking free to use stock apps literally limiting and stifling everybody, trying to prevent them from buying freaking certain stocks. And it's like, bro, it just goes to show that, the power has always been in our hands.
Yes,
it never was.
I keep telling people this.
Now, the whole thing with now everybody on my timeline talking about I'm gonna get into stocks, y'all annoying. because y'all have no idea what the fuck y'all doing.
Yeah,
And
that's
y'all
that.
just
Yeah,
gonna lose.
that shit's funny because like as much as I've gotten a lot of my financial literacy up, I have not tackled the stock market stuff yet. Because mostly I was learning about interest in banks and how things work here in Canada and Toronto and how they might work in different banks and whatnot. That's really what I focus on. I'm gonna have to look up some stock market stuff. I'm interested now to some degree, but like I couldn't tell you. I have no idea how to like buy get into stocks and whatnot. But it was cool because a lot of them are saying like hold the line. Don't falter and sell whatever because like this shit is dipping, hold the line. And they've been pretty like together, which I like they've been standing in solidarity for the most part. I've seen a lot of them, if they sold any of their shares, whatever, if they've been sending the money to like sick kids hospital and buying Nintendo Switches and shit like that for the kids and shit like that. So that's dope. I can respect it. Like you said, heroes we need it, but didn't really deserve because a lot of them could just kind of take out and cash out, but they're like, this is more to prove a point than it is to become rich, because a lot of these people they have so way more money they know what to do with. They're never gonna need this much money, so it's like they just keep hoarding it and want it for themselves. But I don't know. Maybe that's just a mindset that happens when you get that much power and money. If that ever happens to me, I hope I never become one of those people because they're not
Yeah,
human.
all
They're fucking
freaking.
soulless.
Oh my god, they are literally freaking monsters in human skin because they have no remorse or
Yeah.
regard for it. Oh shit! He on his take all gimmick.
He
They
said,
have no remorse or regard for anybody, quote unquote, less than their fucking small group, the more 1%. They're absolutely fucking weirdos. They're usually 9 times out of 10 dabble in some extremely illegal shit like fucking human trafficking and whatnot. And as you said, they're literally just hoarding for the sake of hoarding. They're not doing anything with it. They're literally just sitting on it because I can type B, right? These people, they're literally just showing that we've always had the power in our own fucking hands. And if we actually fucking do things together as one, shit will change. Because you see all these weirdo ass niggas with no hair on their head, 4 chins, fucking they neck fusing into their head, coming out the wazoo complaining, talking about people should not be able to buy stocks and all that type of weird shit.
it's funny too because there was a lot of times when I remember I remember seeing this mostly during was it Brexit when like I think something had something with the UK and one of them wanted to like leave and be independent and they weren't part of something, and
It sounds like Brexit to me.
yeah, and then I can't shit. One of them was more recent, but a lot of I think it was like some British lady was basically like, yo, like basically like a low key fuck poor people type beat. And I remember a lot of like wealthy people like being like, if only you guys like took the time to learn how to like invest and put your money into stocks and get your wealth up and yada yada yada. And as soon as they did that, they were the first people like, you can't. Whoa. Are y'all trying to get rich? Like, what? Like you can't win. It's just unfortunate. It's unfortunate. You'll explain to me what happened with the stock market later. All right. All right. I haven't seen. I haven't kept. I like most of my information just came from tweets, so I haven't. I didn't really look into it myself, and I realized that. But yeah, interesting stuff.
Yeah, they've been driving up others small,
I saw
not small time.
dog coin or Dogecoin, whatever the fuck you want to pronounce
See, I don't know what the fuck that is either, but they've been driving up other short low costing um stocks too and whatnot, and it's just really bad seeing how these fucking companies who are owned by bigger companies trying to literally stifle the common folk and shit like that. And I just hope that this is a real fucking wake. Actually, I hope it's more than a fucking wake up call. We need to get all them fucking weirdo ass rich niggas out here. Throw them off their fucking balcony. Let me not say that. We live.
that. Gently, respectfully,
With
respectfully.
consent.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about this Google Stadia thing real quick. I don't know if you care that much. I just saw it and I thought, So, Google Stadia, yeah, they launched their own. I'm just gonna read this. So they launched their own game streaming service named Google Stadia, and the company had plans to develop some of the games on its own for newly introduced services. However, it sees things didn't work out well. Google has announced the company is shutting down its in-house game development studios for the Stadia platform. With this, the company will now be focusing on providing content from third-party developers. The company is shutting down studios in Montreal. Aw, I've been there a long
Man,
time. Los Angeles, along with uh, along with that, Google has confirmed that Jade Raymond, I actually don't know what that is, who was hired by the company to lead this game division, is also leaving the company. Dang, that's just unfortunate. Making the announcement, Stadia Vice President and General Manager Phil Harrison confirmed that Google will continue to invest in the Stadia platform, explaining the reason behind shutting down the game development studio. He says, creating best-in-class games from the ground up takes many years and significant investment, and cost is going up. So y'all just didn't want to pay them? Or pay, y'all was like, this cost, is that what happened? Is that the TLDR? Like, yo, this is a lot of work and money. Yeah, you want to just use other people's games? Given our focus on building up the proven technology of Stadia, yada yada, blah blah blah. Jack Buser game said, all right, they had 400 games in the work. Oh, yikes. Okay. You have any major comments on that? I kind of forget Google Stadia is a thing often, but yeah.
so this actually goes into an article that PC Gamer was showing the other day. They were saying like it takes more than a shit ton of money to make a good video game because both Google with Stadia
What's up,
and
Julian?
Amazon try to come out with their own games. Amazon with an MMO called like New World or some shit like that, the most generic, basic name of all fucking time, and Stadia with their own and Google with their own in-house development team. You know, Amazon, Google, these are $2 billion fucking corporations. They couldn't do it, but that's very unfortunate. I actually did not know that Google had an in-house development team and whatnot. They was planning to make games.
I didn't either.
I mean, in the grand scheme of things, that was good because that gives opportunity for more people to get jobs and more people's careers to freaking take off and whatnot. And of course, for the consumers, more fucking games to play. All right, so that would have been a good thing, but for them to shut down because they said, "Damn, this shit costs too much. We don't want to pay out."
Wait. This is a lot of work and it's costing a lot of money. I don't know. I'm not sure about this in-house studio thing. Yo, they said, oh, y'all trying to do all this work? No, please. That's kind of funny. I had very little interest in the Google Stadia stuff anyways. I wasn't too totally invested, but it is unfortunate. Like, I agree with you. Like, more jobs, more opportunities. That one guy who was like going to be the lead for like a bunch of in-house stuff is just like, I guess, I don't know if he's out of a job, but out of that job, I don't know. That's just kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is, though.
Yeah. Now, on the whole freaking scope of streaming games and whatnot, that news actually has nothing to do with the whole games as a service thing. But at first, when I first saw the Stadia, I was like, "Oh, this is trash! What are they doing it?" Ah! But now that freaking Nvidia has come up with their own, I realize how good freaking streaming services are. So it's pretty much, it works like this. Let's say you have good internet, but you don't have the money to freaking kick out $70 per new game or kick out X amount of fucking money for expensive hardware to run the latest and greatest games at the highest resolutions and highest frame rate and shit like that. Now you can actually play those games at their greatest capabilities through streaming services and whatnot. So all it is a supercomputer located somewhere in the world will play the game, then stream it back to you and shit. That's actually really cool. And with Nvidia's streaming service GeForce Now, I think it's better than the Stadia because you don't have to pay for this one specific hardware and only have the games that they put on there. It's your own library. So you could go ahead and buy your own Steam games and then stream it via GeForce Now.
Okay.
So that's pretty cool. So people who can't afford freaking super duper computers or even mid range computers,
that makes sense.
but have a decent decent to good internet, can now play all of these games at high resolutions and at high graphical settings and shit. So it's another way to get more people to play games, make games more accessible, which is cool and all. I used to have an issue, but then when I actually saw what it could do and whatnot, I'm like, okay, this is pretty cool. I don't have no issue with that.
That's fair.
Now Google was wilding with the fucking in-house thing though. Like that nigga just don't want to pay nobody
Or do any work.
at all.
Real quick, let's just harpen back real quick just to like the I guess the release thing a little bit. But I mean, I guess we can make this own topic just because of lies or whatever. I forgot about when you said PC gamer. I forgot about the article you brought up earlier about Moon Studios director talking about whatever the fuck. Was there anything about the article you want to say about it? Because I mean, I could read it real quick. I guess. Hold on.
I remember. So basically, the developer of the lead developer of Ori and the Will of the Wisp was ranting and saying that people like Hello Games and CD Projekt Red are
Gaming snake
making
oil, snake
yeah
salesman. Yeah.
and whatnot. They make all their money based off of lies, and I'm kind of 50-50 on it. I feel like he was whining and spitting at the same time.
That
I
happens a
feel like
lot more often than people give it credit for. Like, I hear
yeah,
you,
like
but calm it down a little bit.
calm it down. Like can you calm like with a softer tone, nigga? Damn. Like so freaking he was saying that with using those two games as examples, what they do is they have everybody hyped up off of illusions, smoke and mirrors, if you will, just to drop something that's nothing
No substance.
or barely anything like what they said that they was going to do. And he's not wrong, but a part of that article said that, a lot of those lies don't actually come from developers themselves. They usually just come from hype trains, making up their own freaking illusions and shit like that, and making up what the game can and cannot do, and shit like that. So, for example, with No Man's Sky, not only have they implemented everything that they said they were going to, but they've done more beyond that. And now so many people are playing and they fucking won a award last year.
Yep.
Or whatnot, right? So that's not really a good
incredible
example.
bounce back.
I mean, freaking bottom of the ninth type comeback. That shit was wild, boy. But it's like, yeah, but my thing is, when it comes to freaking game hype, trailers, conferences, you have to have your wits about you. Every single trailer is made to show just the right everything to get you hooked. There's no exception to that. Every company does that. That's the point of a trailer. So just to try and apply that flimsy logic just to those two because they're big games that happen to have troubled launches isn't really a good thing. It's half baked because that's the point of a trailer, right? So that's why I feel like he's wilding with that because everybody fucking does that. Everybody shows just the right, a little bit of everything to say, oh, okay, that's a good game, I'll buy it, type beat. But you just have to use your wits. Everything is about your wits. You can't just blindly accept everything that's shown to you. And that goes with fucking everything.
I can't blindly follow Nintendo.
Oh shit. They're not gonna lead me to prosperity?
You mean the game company don't care about me? I don't understand. I don't understand this world that I'm living in.
Okay. Everything has been a lie.
That's crazy though. But yeah, like I don't know, like I hear him and I understand, but again, what you said, like a trailer and things like that are supposed to show you like the best parts of the game and whatnot. But I guess obviously you don't want just straight up lies in there and everything. But it's one of those things where it's like with if you had like not necessarily singled out those two, use a different tone and was kind of just like generally calmer, or if you want more professional about it, I think I would have taken it a lot better in stride. There's a point in there, just like you're whining about it. Like stop, like I don't like the way you like delivered it. That makes sense.
Yeah, not only that, but freaking Ori and the Will of the Wisp is one of the most popular freaking indie games out. Where it's getting numerous amounts of minutes at freaking Xbox E3 showcase and shit like that. So it's like, him being bitter that Ori and the Will of the Wisp, the first game, didn't make the front of whatever magazine and No Man's Sky did, just for Ori to actually bring everything that he said it would, and No Man's Sky not. Okay, that's fair, right? But Move on. Both of y'all are doing good now. So what are you complaining about? I could understand if Ori like never sold nothing, period.
Mhm.
Despite the few niggas that did play say it was good, but it got overshadowed
Yeah,
by lies. Then sure, but no, both of you niggas did good.
you're eating.
Yeah, you are
No one is
eating.
taking food off your plate. You're okay. Like you didn't like try to make some cyberpunk game around that time and no one cared about it, even though it's a better game or whatever the fuck you want to say. Because Cyberpunk 277 was 2077. Jesus Christ, I said the name wrong like 40 times. Came out, so I don't know. He's whining though. Like that guy in my Discord who was like, you know what?
I'm ready to leave.
Why yada type beat. All right. The art of cinematics, FMV cutscenes, a good or a bad thing. This was the topic you wanted to talk about, so I'll let you take the lead and I'll chime in a second. I'm gonna just grab my water, but yeah, keep going.
So yes, as y'all may or may not know, FMV stands for full motion video. All right, and those are pretty much the cutscenes that don't use in-game graphics. So the cutscenes that freaking look like movies or whatever the fuck. And basically, this topic is about: do you think that cinematic cutscenes and using cinematic cutscenes as trailers, having cinematic trailers, if you would, is a good or bad thing? In my opinion, I'm like, they have a lot of pros to them. You know, there's a point to them. The point of the cinematic cutscene is to show you the characters, the setting, the scenery, what the game is about, the tone, the atmosphere, so on and so forth. Sell you the story of the game.
Or sometimes like I will argue like it's what they're actually doing because sometimes like it's like a turn based something. So like you're doing big sword slaps, but you're not really getting this literal spectacle and scale of what they're actually doing in combat. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so it's like I see a lot of people every time there's a big gaming show, that it be the fucking awards or E3 or what may have you. Sony's having a little conference, Xbox have a little conference, or the annual conferences like your PAX, your E3, so on and so forth. People are constantly whining about cinematic trailers. And I'm like, bro, y'all are missing the point. The point of the cinematic trailer is to show you what the game is about. It's not to show you the gameplay. It's to show you that, yo, you playing as this nigga in this post-apocalyptic world and humanity is extinct. You the last nigga left and there's the remnants of humanity. This, that, and the third type beat. They're not
Talk.
supposed to show you exactly that you're going to be picking up these shits, craft, and so on and so forth. It's supposed to sell you the tone, atmosphere,
That's what a
characters.
gameplay trailer is for.
Yeah. And it just really irritated. Again, you just show your age or you complain about things like that.
Yeah, you're like 16 to 18. You're a dude nigga.
Yeah, because every freaking time anything is being shown, the timeline's watching, they're complaining about cinematic. Oh, no gameplay. Oh! I'm like, bro, you missing the point. What's your take on this, Yeti?
Yeah. Okay. I'm mostly in agreement with you. Like I can understand being like, oh, they didn't show me no fucking gameplay, but you will get it at some point. Like when the game comes out, at the very least, someone's gonna have to play it. Someone will put it online. Like you'll see what the game looks like. So like sometimes that's just like be patient. It's the first trailer maybe, and they're showing you like you said the concept of the game. What is it? You're Aloy in this world with these machine robots, yada yada yada. All right, that's fine. Eventually, you will learn. They'll drop a trailer that's either part cinematic, part gameplay. You might get like one of those treehouse, whatever the fuck type things, where they kind of just low key walk you through like the beginning area of the game and show you what you can and can't do, the ins and outs. Might get a demo. There's so many things, or like an alpha, whatever, like testing. Like there's so many ways of things that you'll understand how the game itself is played. So to overreact and yell at you didn't show me gameplay. Like, you'll be alright over there. Calm it down. You're gonna be okay. But again, gamers have become so like babyish and volatile. It's just nothing they say or do surprises me anymore. I just saw this. I don't even play Fire Emblem Heroes. That's the phone one. The watered down Fire Emblem game, and I think they had a voting for something. So you wouldn't notice him because you don't really care about the franchise like that. But in the latest game, there's a character called the Gatekeeper. The Gatekeeper is the NPC. It's not an important character. He's just one of those characters that says something funny every time you talk to him in a new chapter. He's kind of like a meme. So he was the winner amongst all the male characters for whatever contest it was. And if you see that comment section, they are fucking livid. I fucking hate the Fire Emblem community. They fucking suck. Like, bro, is that deep? Marth is literally the flagship character, and he came second. I hate it here. Like, bro, what's going on? It's not like you're gonna be okay. It's gonna be all right over there. I promise. I promise. Life will go on, and you forget about this one random phone game, friggin' popularity contest. Why did they malfunction so badly? So like, that's just kind of how gamers are nowadays. Now I've just accepted it as a bit of a reality, to be honest. But fuck what they was talking about. Shout out to the gatekeeper. That nigga funny. He better than all of them. Better than Ike. Better than Marth. Better than Roy. Better than Crom. Sorry. Only character he not better than is the Black Knight. I'm not gonna say nothing, but that's alright. The Black Knight, but hey, it is what it is. That's so crazy though. It's no, now your life is meaningless now. Marth's not even raw. Like if it's any main lore, it's gotta be Ike or Lindis. But anyways, but yeah, I'm with you, and I still like in-game cutscenes too and shit like that, cinematic cutscenes. I just don't like them when they're too intrusive. And you know, like how we always complain, like why do games show you one, make you walk 2 steps just to show you another one? Like don't do that shit. That's fucking annoying. But
Yeah, it's like, you know, there have been a lot of cinematic trailers that completely sold me on games and whatnot. The most recent one I could think of is the Lovecraftian mystery game Sinking City. Very first time I seen that fucking cinematic trailer, this nigga he laying down in the street and the fucking buildings are sideways like a fucking Kingdom Hearts, and this nigga get up, he walk in the bar.
Posted by the way.
He walk in the bar and there's like this fucking abomination sitting at the fucking table, and he's like drinking like blood, and then like this pig man standing behind the counter. He drag his finger across the fucking bar countertop, and then the main character's moving along with his finger type beat. And I'm like, bro, this is so fucking interesting. That one trailer completely sold me on that game. The game came out. I'm like, bro, this shit raw. The fucking setting is raw. The themes raw. The atmosphere raw. People complain, oh, it's janky. I'm like, bro. First of all, Eurojank is the greatest thing ever created. Second of all, this is made by a very small, like, French indie team. Get the fuck out of my face. They got like 20 niggas. Get the fuck out of my face. The game is so raw. And it's just like, I can't stand when people complain about cinematic trailers. And don't get me wrong. Showing no gameplay is a bad thing. But when your very first trailer, showing a cinematic trailer
that's
is not
what
wrong.
I'm saying. Like a lot of the times it's the first one. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
I mean, like now if we 4 trailers in, right? This is the 4th year in a row that this game has been shown at E3 and it's still a cinematic trailer. Then I'll be like, okay, we sleep. What the fuck the game look like? Am I watching a movie or is it a freaking video game? But the first trailer, second trailer might be a mixture of cinematic and like seconds of gameplay.
bro.
What are you complaining about?
Sorry, hold on. 1 golden ace. Okay. Why is this font's in black? I cannot see his name. I'm like, bro, who's talking? Yeah, I like Ike. Ike's raw. Ike's one of my favorite characters. But yeah, I don't know, man. It is funny because like I see so much and I just keep scrolling. I just keep scrolling, bro. But yeah, if it's like the first, especially if it's the first trailer, I'm not expecting much. Like I think the one I could probably think of maybe is Battle Chef Brigade. I feel like the first trailer had no gameplay. It was just like, hey, this is this world where like you have these Iron Chef type competitions, but on some Toriko type beat, you have to go hunt for your own ingredients and kill like dragons, take their heart and cook that shit into some soup or whatever the fuck, right? And I'm like, all right, like I was interested off just the original trailer. They didn't show no gameplay. That's on the gameplay. I'm like, yeah, this is fun. I'll play it. You know, like I'm not that, but you know what? Maybe to a fault, I'm pretty patient. I'm a patient man, so. I don't need instant gratification or whatever the fuck these new niggas need. Like as soon as something comes out, like long term payoff is a thing that I can enjoy in my own way.
What's most irritating to me is that they be so selective about what they complaining about. For example, what the fuck did the new trailer for God of War Ragnarok show?
You're
That
right.
nigga crazy beer and the logo, and y'all screaming.
You're right.
What did the trailer for freaking Elden Ring show? Some nigga singing, "Oh Elden Ring," and it shows some nigga fucking robe. And y'all talk about this the most anticipated game of the decade. That's all y'all got for like 3 years. But when an indie company shows a cinematic, you're like, no
Mediocre.
game. Like, bro, get the fuck out of my face.
I don't know, dude. It is what it is. It's funny. But yeah, Medios, you're right. It's entitlement, for sure. They're very entitled. It's crazy. But all right. This is the one I think is interesting, right? I was kind of thinking about a couple, like, there's always a couple of games and, that usher in a new era. I would say new era and generation, but there's usually a lot of games where, like, this game was so important because it did this specific thing, and maybe a lot of games will copycat it, and then it might get old or stale, whatever, what have you. But I want to talk about some of the most important and iconic games from the 2010s, so from the past decade, so from basically 2010 to 2020, and talk about what games we thought were very important for the gaming industry moving on, or just important games. Or I don't care. I don't mind if you just want to talk about a game that you thought was just really, really, really good. But I mean, I'm gonna start with the laziest answer. I have a good one for after. I'll start with the laziest answer, and I stand by it because of what I'm seeing. But the first game ever created known to man, and every game after it is copying it. Just
Yeah,
Breath of
we
the
already know.
Wild. Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild. If you crafting and you eat food, you climb and you swing a sword, you copying Zelda. This Breath of the Wild. Just know that. But yeah, the main reason why I would say that, not only because a lot of the I would say carbon copy. You know what I mean? Like with Genshin and Jesus, what's the Ubisoft one called? Phoenix Rising. There's a couple other ones I'm forgetting, but like the kind of style of open air, like physics engine and shit like that is not different. It's not like that stuff's been around, but because of the notoriety the game got, because of the freedom the game gave you and it lets you express and everything, and just because it's a Zelda IP, and this is one of the few games Nintendo like didn't just do what they usually do, it ends up being a very important game within Nintendo's history. In a lot of ways, I would argue it's as important as Ocarina of Time. And yeah, that's like my first very lazy answer. But did you have any in mind?
At first, I was gonna say, damn, this hard as fuck. What games came out in the 2010s? So I'll pull up a quick little list, and actually, this is very fucking easy. Unfortunately, the majority of the answers are games I don't give a shit about.
Okay.
But let's see, fucking The Last of Us.
Yeah, that's fair. Even
The
though
Last
we
of Us.
don't care about that game, but that's fair.
Yeah, even though that game is, as the kids on COD say, dog water. That game still is one of the most important fucking games of the generation because it single-handedly shaped how the majority of first-party Sony games would be developed.
Over the
Yep,
shoulder. You got.
walk in, talk, bullshit.
I was gonna say this real quick because I might get this wrong just because I don't remember which one of the battle royales was the first one to really blow up. Was it Fortnite?
No, it was PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds.
I know, but like, okay, when did that come out though? Oh, you're right, it was PUBG. Yeah, right, that's true. And then
2016.
yeah, like those games, because then everybody started making a battle royale. Apex and stuff came out. I don't know what you think about Overwatch. I don't actually, because I don't follow that community at all. So I don't know if Overwatch is one of those things that's like a lot of. Was it Battleborn that came in around time Overwatch? Like, I don't know if a lot of games were trying to emulate the Overwatch. I know Overwatch obviously kind of emulated the two games.
Team Fortress
Team
2
Fortress,
and
yes, Team Fortress. But I guess sometimes it's not necessarily if you were the first to do it. It's if you got recognition for doing it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so freaking unfortunately, since we're using that logic because Breath of the Wild falls in that category. It didn't invent anything, but yeah, Overwatch would very unfortunately be one of the most important games of the fucking decade because it revived the whole hero / class based competitive shooter, and then after that everything out the wazoo was fucking copying it. Battleborn, not Apex, sorry, fucking Lawbreakers. There's a fucking another one. There was another fucking hero shit that came out. Don't fucking remember. But yeah, everybody was doing that fucking class-based bullshit at the time. And then PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds is another one, popularizing the whole battle royale thing. Apparently, DayZ was the first one to do it, but nobody gives a shit about that. It was most definitely fucking. It was most definitely fucking PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. That's when niggas are talking about winner, winner, chicken dinner. The game was so hard that if you won a game, you won a free chicken dinner or some shit like that. I was so lost.
I like what Nova said because I couldn't tell you how important this game is to the industry. I would argue it's pretty important, especially among indie games. But Undertale, I would say, is probably one of them. Undertale was important for me just because that was low key in 2015 my descent into becoming an indie fucking crackhead. So it's Def Jam, Mass Effect, Call of Duty, Naruto, Pokemon. Y'all ain't shit. Sonic, y'all ain't shit. Dark Souls, maybe Bloodborne.
Nah, it's freaking Demon Souls was the first game to come out in the fucking genre. That's 2009.
Oh, there it is.
Another freaking
Binding of Isaac.
popular one would be
Minecraft. When did Minecraft come out?
Yeah, I was about to say that. 2011.
Ooh. Okay, all right. I got it. You got it. Yeah, you got to credit where credit is due. I don't give a fuck about Minecraft, but hey.
Yeah, that freaking they just
Dream
said,
cheated. I'm joking.
What if we put fucking Legos as a video game? Oh my god. I don't know why that shit's so popular, but it is. Yeah, Minecraft is easily another big one. Another big one actually is Destiny. Bungie's first
looter shooter?
No, not that. It's a MMO hybrid type. So it's like a very pseudo MMO where you playing with it's always online and you playing with a bunch of people and shit. You could interact with them, but not really. You can only interact with them in hub areas. You don't see them like when you actually doing fucking shit by yourself, unlike an MMO. But it's that weird like MMO multiplayer hybrid. Also has a lot of freaking looting, yes. But nah, Borderlands did that first. But nah, Destiny's the more MMO style. We saw EA try to copy them with fucking Anthem. There's another game that tried to fucking copy them. But yeah, Destiny's another fucking big one. I was gonna say something else. I fucking forgot.
I have an answer that I have one answer that I think might be interesting, just for this reason alone. I don't know how you feel about it. I don't think the game itself is important more so than the crossovers in it, but I will start with Smash 4, I guess, just because that was the game that brought like Pac-Man and Sonic and Mario in the same game, and Cloud was in that shit, and Ryu was in that shit, just because of the crossovers. And some characters that you just would never think would be in the same game, has made it kind of one of the most ambitious, if not, greatest crossover type video games. Not to me, but you know what I mean. But
absolutely, I agree.
Okay.
It pretty much made the very first legal Mugen and whatnot by having those crossovers.
And then Ultimate took it a step further, obviously, because it brought back Snake, and then obviously a lot of the new characters and the Minecraft niggas in there. Alex and Steve.
Steve, yes.
Yeah.
And we've seen other crossover games, but they use usually region specific. Most of them was Japanese only. Battle Stadium Dawn, fucking Jump Ultimate Stars. There's another one that had just a bunch of like random ass like Namco characters in it. I don't fucking remember.
I know Milios. I know. I was saying. I just beat Enter the Gungeon. I played Enter the Gungeon years ago, before I bought it on my Switch. But yeah, go ahead.
I got two good ones. Fucking Telltale's The Walking Dead and Journey.
Ooh, the Telltale games definitely. You definitely say that. I don't know. Walking Dead was the first one with Clementine and Lee, right? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because
I like Journey. You know me. I had a great time with that, Abzu, and all them games. So
yeah, so fucking Telltale's that wasn't even Telltale's first game, but The Walking Dead revived this very, I don't want to say low tier, but this very simplified version of
Mhm.
what adventure games used to be. And by adventure, I mean point and click games. So like fucking so for some niggas may play this in school, fucking Nancy Drew, for example, or fucking other commercial games like Monkey Island and Full Throttle and what's the fuck that Grim Fandango and things like that. Those point and click games from the '90s. So that revived the whole point and click genre, but to a very simplified version. And then with Journey, that really started the boom of indie games with no fucking gameplay.
But y'all don't know about Killzone. I don't know about Killzone. I can't shoot, so.
I mean, I know about Killzone, but niggas shut the fuck up about Killzone. Yes, Killzone is raw, but the whole reason that shit was made was to combat Halo, and it did not. Try again.
it
Damn.
failed. It failed at its task.
It- absolutely.
Oh shit! I can't really too much think of anything else. Like anything else, I'm thinking of probably just games that I like. Would you say what would you what would you say about Persona 5 personally? Do we have to give that credit?
Yes, we do.
I didn't want to do it, but all right. I was thinking about it. I was like, I don't know. That game was
Freaking
kind of a big deal.
yeah, unfortunately, very unfortunately, we have to give Persona 5 credit. Why? Because that fucking game is a game that put Persona on the map. It is the best selling fucking Persona game of all time, boy.
Oh
Oh
shit!
my god. I'm miserable. We have niggas who absolutely fucking hate JRPGs and anything animal playing that game.
Yep.
It's to the point where I remember freaking picking up my picking up my cousin from school. It's Halloween. I see other little niggas come from school. I see this bitch fucking cosplaying as Joker. And I'm like, oh my god, I should push. Actually, not that life.
Oh, don't kill me. I have one more interesting answer for this reason alone. So, Sonic Mania, not because of how it was made, because Sega actually said, all right, these guys who like make fan games, whatever. I know I can't remember if it was specifically Christian Whitehead, but one of them had made the ports for iPhone, for like the original 3 or whatever, or made it like you made it playable on iPhones or mobile, if you will. Um, and then Sega said, you know what? Instead of using our in-house staff because we suck, why don't we have like the actual people who make the emulations and whatever. Let them make a Sonic game, and they made Sonic Mania, which could set a precedent for a lot of other companies maybe doing something similar. That one's a bit of a reach, but just because of how it worked out in terms of it's the making of.
Yeah, I could agree with that because it takes it a step further because that's not the first time it's happened, but that's the first time where a company came up and said, "All right, let's take um amateurs, quote unquote, and hire that." Because back what usually happens is people would make mods. There's a lot of games that originally start out as mods or game modes, and then those people who made those free mods, they would find jobs with other companies and make shit. So, like for example, fucking Team Fortress was originally a Quake mod, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then that became its own official game by fucking Valve. So, but this is the first time where a company's actually said, "All right, go get a bunch of fucking amateur niggas from the dirt and hire them."
Mm.
So yeah, I could agree with that. I
Is it
I didn't even know.
League of Legends is 3 months too early? Yeah, I was in high school and my friends were playing League of Legends. I know that didn't come out in this decade. Stop it. I
Fucking
could be wrong. I don't know.
Amnesia: The Dark Descent. I did not know that game came out in 2010. I thought it came out earlier than that. But yeah, Amnesia's easily one of the biggest games of the generation because they started the whole fucking horror genre of it's first person, but you can't fight. So you have to hide against fucking enemies and
Mm,
shit like that. You have no way to defend yourself.
mm,
We've seen so many games after that do the same exact thing. Fucking Outlast being one of the more popular ones. So yeah, Amnesia most definitely. And now I'm fucking running out of
you
ideas.
said Outlast. Emilio said Resident Evil 7. I mean, maybe for the franchise at the very least, kind of return to roots. Important in that, right? I don't know if it was important for the horror genre in general.
Yeah, no. Amnesia did way more than fucking
Okay.
RE7.
Shadow Lag was garbage. Yeah, I don't know. Let me see. Robot Fury Horror. I don't know what that is. Did you make that up, Yak? Did you make that up? Is that a game? You make that shit up? I can't think of anything else off the top of my head. Like a lot of the indie games that I like are just good indie games. I don't know if they've done anything for the genre like that. I think Undertale is probably one of the ones because I know how memey and big it became. And like my like cousin was like mad young talking about Sans. Like fuck, you know about Sans? Undertale, like Megalovania, like what? What's going on? Like so, you know, what it is. It is what it is.
I don't know if fucking Super Meat Boy could count because it just made the list with fucking 2010, and I really did not see no boom in indie games till fucking Super Meat Boy dropped on fucking 360.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
did Xbox had some type of like create or something. I want to say I can't remember what it was. Maybe I'm thinking of something else, like a creator workshop where people started to like put their indie games on it. But maybe I'm thinking of something else. Binding of Isaac, Final Fantasy Freddy's, Castle Crashers. Castle Crashers was cool. I don't know. Cuphead. I don't think Cuphead was. Cuphead was dope. I don't know if it was. I don't know if it was like super revolutionary or whatever like that. Here's the thing. I know you. I know you're kidding about Pokemon, but if Pokemon Sword and Shield is the game that makes people smart enough about Pokemon, then I'll give it. Then I'll give it that credit. Otherwise, no. Just no. Pokemon is just the same mid. You know. But all right. Go
I
ahead.
would say fucking Stardew Valley for sure.
Okay. Interesting. I love that game, but didn't that guy make the game because he was just tired of them like not making Harvest Moon? He said, "Fuck it, I'll do it myself." I feel like I read that somewhere. I could be making that up, but I'm pretty sure like I made that, and like I feel it. Like if I was that good at game design or something, I probably would have been in the works making a Bug Fables type Paper Mario's Future Successor years ago. Every day coming home from work, 10 minutes in my hand, clicking and coding. I would have been I would have been doing that shit. So I feel that.
Actually, yeah. Emilio's got it with Binding of Isaac. Castle Crashers don't count because fucking that shit was a fucking flash game on Newgrounds how many decades ago. But Binding of Isaac counts. I completely forgot Isaac is one of the freaking emotes on Twitch. Yeah,
Oh
so
shit.
I don't know. I don't know if it's one of the first freaking um one of the first fucking roguelike games. I don't know about that. My history on that's not too sure, but the popularity, absolutely. Completely forgot that nigga Isaac is one of the fucking emotes.
That's fair. It revolutionized the genre. I don't think Simi's disagreeing with that. I think he's just saying it didn't come out in time. I think you're saying that when it first came out on Flash on Newgrounds, that was way before 2010 or before 2010, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, that's what he's saying. Well, you have a Super Meat Boy emoji. I actually like that game a lot too. But I mean, this is a good segue to our last topic. You know, Super Meat Boy. This Meat Boy. No, that wasn't a segue. We're gonna talk about 3D platformers versus 2D platformers, and there's a couple of things I want to contrast and compare. First of all, if you have a preference in the chat, or you send me obviously, let me know of a preference for 3D versus 2D. But I actually was watching a video. I don't remember the dude's name at all, and he kind of brought something I thought was interesting, where he said that why don't 3D platformers let you platform? Why do they always have some wild gimmick or a bunch of things that take away from the quote unquote core experience of platforming? To like, I don't know if it's to mix up like the things you can do, but because like because of the level of depth and the 3D environment, you have to be able to do so much more, collect this and that and the third. But when it comes to 2D platformers, you do the thing. You
イエーイ
just
お兄ちゃ
you
ん
just fucking
Peace,
jump.
peace.
You jump and you Oh my god, Sensei, yes sir. I appreciate this tier one. I keep forgetting to get that fucking coin shit. You know, I'm doing it tonight. I promise. I promise I'm doing it tonight. Don't let me go to sleep without doing it. Don't let me go to sleep without doing it. I appreciate it, my guy. Though, Big Sin, yes sir. How night go? When Silk Song comes out, I actually might stream Silk Song. That game fire. I might stream Silk Song. But yeah, his prevailing argument was he felt that a lot of 3D platformers have to do a bunch of shit to keep you engaged that has nothing to do with platforming. So like Mario Odyssey, I guess maybe the hat gimmick and like I can't remember examples. Honestly, can't remember examples. He had a good one for ukulele, but I never played that game like that. He had a good example, like just doing dumb shit that had nothing to do with like the core experience. But when you think of like look at like Celeste and games like that, you're just platforming for the most part. You jump around and do shit, you know. But yeah,
Understand that. Well, you already know, but my preference are the two are 3D platformers. It's probably because I have a bias towards them. Because fucking Super Mario 64 is one of my first memories of touching a fucking 3D platform, and Banjo Kazooie is one of my favorite fucking platformer games of all fucking time. Not only on the fucking console, but like ever made. So I probably have a bias towards them, but yeah, I like 3D platforms. And actually both go. I don't necessarily think one is greatly superior than the other or anything like that. But
he's right.
to comment specifically about his argument, I think the whole reason why 3D platformers do that for what two things. One, because the first 3D platformers to come out were fucking collectathons. So there's the few devs that are already taking the leap of faith to making a 3D platformer because those are nowhere near as popular as they used to.
Mm-hmm.
They're already taking a leap of faith. That's number one. And number two, they're too quote unquote scared to try something new with the genre. So they do something that's tried and tried and true with it. Okay, well, collectathons they fucking sold. So that's what I'm gonna fucking do.
Mm-hmm.
Type beat. Right? But I think that, being 3D adding an extra dimension, it adds way more, specifically with the whole perspective thing. With 2D, you're seeing the whole screen, right? You don't have to worry about freaking camera movement or what you can and can't see
Mm-hmm.
because at the end of the day, platforming in a 3D environment takes a lot.
And it's just
Feel,
fundamentally a lot different because of the depth.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Usually, when a game that's 3D has platforming, the platforming sections are complete fucking ass. Hell, the platforming sections of fucking Doom Eternal are complete fucking ass.
It's funny because like I want to say that I understand what he's saying in concept. I just don't think he presented it right. Like I get it. Like I'm playing, a Mario game or something, and I'm in a section where like I'm like riding on a Yoshi through some bullshit. Crash Bandicoot has those parts where like you're just like in some type of vehicle doing whatever the fuck, and it's like or like it becomes more of a collectathon or something where it's like the focus on actually specifically platforming is
Platforms is not.
is
Mhm.
way more focused in 2D. But in 2D, there isn't really much depth to play with like that. So you just jump to the left and right, up and down, diagonal, whatever the fuck, and then you just go. So like it makes sense to me that they're more like that. Obviously, my preference is 2D. I love Celeste, Mario Maker. I'll be on all the time. All of my puzzle platformers, Iconoclast, Metroid type Vanias, whatever the fuck you want to call them. I'm the type of person you could just give me a game. What do? You run and jump to the right, and that's all. That's all I ever needed. That's it. I'm good. Leave me alone. Sonic, go fast to the right. Yes, sir. I'm having a great time. So I'm simple in nature that way. But I do find that I don't play a lot of 3D platformers like anymore. And the most recent one I could think of that I played was Mario Odyssey. And like I told you, I don't even think this is a bad game. I just think it's very forgettable. It has no lasting appeal to me. As soon as I beat it, I never thought about it again, like ever again. It just I go back to play Celeste levels all the time just because, or like Cuphead levels just because and stuff. A lot of people have Sunshine over. I don't like Mario Sunshine, to be honest. I don't like that game. I think 64 is still the best 3D Mario game. 3D platformer Mario game, I guess. I don't want to. I guess other games are 3D, but I don't know, that's my 2 cents. I like, I play Mario 3 all the time. Super Mario World. You're literally always saying, why do I only play Mario Maker levels that look like Celeste level? Shit like that. I got a speedrun, dog. I got a speedrun, and I need it to be pixel frame perfect levels. If I'm off by one frame, that's death. That's how.
Speaking of freaking
Go ahead.
Mario Maker, a quick freaking Side note. So I watched this video, and it's a channel where they just have a bunch of different game developers or big wigs in the gaming community make their own Mario level. So I was watching Zun, the creator of Toho, make a fucking Mario level in Mario Maker. That nigga just made it into a fucking Toho game. I said, unbelievable. He somehow, some way, turned fucking Mario into a Don Maku. I said, how this nigga?
Mhm.
Oh shit, it's fucking funny. I'm gonna
Nah,
send you
they
the
were
fucking.
really good because I remember at one point I seen a couple other ones do that, and they found ways to somehow emulate parts of what they do or in their games in the level, whether it was through a boss or through a level design gimmick. It was really dope. I can't remember one of the ones for something because like the way that Mario shoots one of these items, you go to shoot one fireball, but like a slot thing that you have to get to bounce up inside the thing. Like that's really cool. They're really 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 creative. Like I love Mario Maker. You know I love Mario Maker. But yeah, let me read. I actually was thinking what we should do at the end of these episodes is actually just take some questions in general about gaming, and then we'll answer a couple and call it a day. But let me read some comments. Towns to be playing it. Naya take on Xeno 2 and Sunshine and the mindset. Turn it off. Wait, what? A Hat in Time. Focus on play. Oh, Hat in Time is good. I like that game. But most AAA platformers seem to use it as a hook to keep the player engaged. Yeah, I don't know. I do think he was kind of tripping with that point. Like, I hear it, but I do hear what he's saying. Like it's like Spiral. What would you consider Spiral? Platformer, 3D
Yeah,
platformer?
it's a
You don't
platformer,
really
but yeah,
platform in
platformer.
Spiral. You know, like I hear him. What is Banjo Kazooie? Collectathon, or is that a platformer? Like, what
Yeah,
is that? You know? Like I
yeah,
hear, like I feel like there's a point in there. He didn't find it in the right way or present it right, you know. But it's in there somewhere. I hear what he's saying because when I'm playing, like I said, like Sonic, I'm just running and jumping. I'm not really doing anything else. There's no like, oh, here's the part where now you're in a car and I don't know, you're getting chased by knuckles or some bullshit. I don't fucking I don't know. But yeah, like, but yeah, Spiral just
yeah.
Spiral.
So yeah, for like 3D games, 3D platformers usually they have you doing challenges instead of freaking creating. Oh, sorry, I don't know how the fuck I'm saying
Oh,
creating.
sorry. I remember one example. He said for Mario Sunshine, isn't it interesting that like the platforming levels specifically are the ones where Shadow Mario takes away Flood, and now you're in that like confined weird space where all you can do is run and jump. Like that is the platforming. Nothing else in that game is platforming. And I'm like, okay, that's kind of interesting. Sorry, let me cut you off. Go ahead.
Yeah, they focus more on fucking challenges instead of completing a level. Because as we said, 3D is a completely new freaking perspective, and it adds so much than I could freaking personally say off the top of my head. And if you just had a 3D game where there's just a bunch of freaking floating fucking platforms, and it's not 2.5D like a Banjo, no, sorry, not a Banjo, sorry, Crash or Hat in Time, it's going to look jarring as fuck. It's gonna make you feel discombobulated. It's gonna look weird. And it's probably not gonna play right either. If the camera is freaking behind the shoulder and it's just a bunch of fucking platforms that are connected to nothing. They're floating. They're moving fucking levels and whatnot. And you just gotta go from left to right. You're not using the rest of the fucking dimensions, and it just fucking looks weird. I
And a
remember
lot of 3D
freaking
platformers try to tell a more intricate story most of the time too. They can't forget that for the most part.
yeah, freaking Donkey Kong 64. The game is complete fucking ass.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of Rare's rare L pun intended. And it's like, bro, like so they try to have the freaking divine mechanic from the country games in there, and that shit do not work. It's just literally a green line floating in the air connected to nothing. And it's just so fucking disorientating and don't fucking work right. You don't make the jump, you don't have enough fucking um you never have enough momentum to make the next vine. It's just fucking horrible. But he has a point, but I my counter argument to that is so what? So fucking what? The platform genre doesn't have to specifically just be jump on a platform. It
That's
could be more than that.
I agree with actually that I agree with that. I agree with that. And a lot of things end up being an amalgamation of different genres anyways. Like, A platformer becomes a collectathon, part collectathon. Maybe there's racing section. Shit, it just be like that. That's just how it is a lot of times. So, but yeah, if you guys have any video game related questions in the chat, go ahead and ask them. We'll kind of go through them for a little bit. Yak asked what are my three favorite Zelda games. Breath of the Wild is my favorite one. Second one might shock a lot of you, but my second favorite Zelda game is Skyward Sword, and the third one, third favorite Zelda game. I don't. Maybe Link to the Past. You know what? It's the first one, the very first one. I really like that game. The very first Legend of Zelda. I love that game. So when I played
Listen,
that game, like way late, like cause I was older when I beat it. Because I beat that game the same year I beat Majora's Mask. I was about 16, 17, and I was like, this is a good ass game. And me, I'm a dinosaur. I like my old games too. So yeah, I would go Skyward Sword easily. That's not even debatable for me because that's my third favorite video game of all time. Um, then it would be Skyward Sword. Skyward Sword, I understand is contentious with this community. I get it. I hear you. But fuck all that. I had fun. Give a shit about that. I made the Master Sword, nigga. That shit raw. Fuck what y'all was talking about. Fee raw. And then yeah, the first one.
you know, I've never played a fucking Zelda game
Mm-hmm.
in my life, but I have watched my sister play a lot of these hoes from beginning to end. So I'm gonna answer the fucking question too. What's my top two Zelda games
He's
that
a
I
funny
like
guy.
to watch? Let's go. See, you know how slip. Number one would be fucking Majora's Mask. Everything about that game just cool to me.
Oh,
The fucking
that's a good answer.
dark ass fucking theme and atmosphere. The fact that the whole game, I thought they did that whole the game is time thing so fucking cool. The
Mm-hmm.
fact that the moon is always fucking there, you could always see it, and that nigga get closer and closer till he fucking crash into the plane. Like that shit. So first of all, that shit's horrifying, and that shit's so fucking raw.
Mm-hmm.
And the final fucking boss fight against fucking Majora's Mask itself in whatever the fuck that tower clock thingy was. That's one of my favorite things to look at, just period. I have countless memories of loading my sister's save and just trying to fucking do that boss fight because I'm just so in love with it and whatnot. This nigga sitting in the fucking big ass endless flowery field shit. Like, bro, this shit is just beautiful. That game fucking raw.
Mm-hmm.
Second would be Wind Waker. I just got a lot of fun memories of that game. Just fucking the way that graphics, I absolutely love the graphics and the art style. This version of Toon Link is hilarious. I think he has the most personality out of his versions. That nigga look like he's so full of it. He's tired of it. He don't want to do none of this
Yeah, he's
shit.
super
That nigga
expressive.
looks so irritated. Freaking what's his ship's name? Is Red something, I think.
What do you mean, the Red Lion?
Yeah. The Red Lion fucking raw. He
And King of
uh,
Hyrule?
yeah, that nigga look like fucking Simba. He raw. Simple fact that son, you just traveling the seas. That's raw. Then the final one for the third one, that's looking hard, man. Shit.
I
I
like
might
I like
freaking cop out and say fucking damn. What the fuck the name of that game?
but that's
The
the
fucking everybody's favorite fucking
Ocarina of
everyone's
Time.
favorite imp. Nah. Everyone's favorite imp. Midna.
Oh, Midna, Twilight Princess.
Yes, there we go.
That's actually my favorite Zelda character. But shit, where's Pat's question? I saw Pat's question earlier. Something about hack and slash. What is the best hack and slash game of all time, and why is it Devil May Cry? Why did you actually answer the question? Hold on, let me reach that real quick. Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks are pretty good. I'm not gonna hold you. I did not enjoy them DS ones at all.
Oh
No,
shit.
I did not enjoy them. I think I enjoyed Spirit Tracks a lot more, which is the one where they kept going into the Den of the Ocean King. That one was fucking annoying. I hate that one. Oh, yeah, he has some good questions here actually. Um, yeah, okay. Skyward Sword is slept on. Yeah, listen. I understand, but I had fun. I don't know. For me, as soon as I knew I was making the Master Sword, that was enough, and input was raw. So, um, what's your favorite hack and slash if you got any? My lazy answer is probably Devil May Cry 3, but I'm gonna think about it a little bit.
Man, that's hard as shit.
That's a super on the spot one too.
Right, man. Listen, shit. Favorite hack and slash. Fuck, man. What the fuck? Yo, nah, this shit is really fucking tough. I'm trying to think.
Bayonetta was
Like,
good. Bayonetta 2 was fun. Shit, I don't know, bro.
man,
No,
freaking.
no. Heavenly Sword is like 2008, so I don't think that one counts. I don't
I
know.
might cop out and say freaking DMC as well because even though there's a lot that I like, DMC
Three and five.
so iconic with the fucking kick ass soundtracks. Freaking Dante is a cool character. The demons that you fight are creepy enough. Like Devil May Cry 1, that legitimately fucking scared me. Like the game raw, but I don't like playing it because I feel uncomfortable. The
Yeah.
game is super duper fucking atmospheric. The demons are freaking creepy enough to be like, yeah, these things are not fucking human. They gotta go. The gameplay is clean. Freaking Dante corny ass funny. Virgil out. And the combat, most importantly, gameplay raw.
Yep.
Yeah, my man.
And my
Pat got it.
yeah.
It's DMC.
There you go. I actually lost the other questions that I saw. I know what Milios asked. He asked what is one of our either what is one of our most memorable gaming experience of the decade. That's a
Oh,
good
that's
one.
you.
That's a good one. You can go ahead for that one. I think someone asked our favorite three genres and our favorite
Yeah.
5 kart racers or 3 kart racers or kart racing games, something like that.
Yeah, Faith is 5.
Okay, so remember that. But start with the best gaming experience of the decade. I got a few, but go ahead.
Yeah, easily for me, Doom 2016.
Oh yeah,
That's what
that was my second guess. My second guess.
like, bro. That's how you do a fucking reboot. A game that does not freaking remotely insult the legacy of the originals. A game that completely brings the greatest game of all fucking time to a new generation.
Oh,
A
Fury
game
is a
that
good game.
adds a fucking story to this legendary game. And the fucking everything was perfect. My only complaint, quote unquote, about it is that it plays more like a Quake game and less like a Doom game. But regardless, it's fucking raw. That game finally put some goddamn respect on the FPS genre. Sick of these fucking obnoxious ass weebs who can't fucking aim, and the rest of these niggas who don't play this shit talk about FPS games whack. The fuck out my face.
Oh no. Yeah. Oh no. My hands are up, bro. Don't shoot. Yeah, Emilio's Fury is a good one. Fury is definitely, if you're going indies, definitely Fury. That's a good game. Emilio's just be playing. Me and him just be playing the same shit. It's mad funny, cause like if I post any screenshot from my Switch, like any game from Hyper Light Drifter to whatever, he played it. I'm like, yo, we just play indies, bro. We just play indies. Okay, so back to one easy example for me, Breath of the Wild. Sorry guys, it is what it is. It is what it is. Breath of the Wild was the goat. Okay, I had a great time Breath of the Wild. I'm not gonna go into it. I'm gonna say like maybe 3 things that are very simple. If I play as Link, and we're in Hyrule, and Princess Zelda exists, it's a Zelda game. I don't give a fuck about none of this shit you fucking Zelda purists be talking about. The dungeons, the dungeon item, and you gotta have the 4 heart containers to get the heart. Don't care, loser. This game more raw than all that shit. Shut the fuck up. 2, it's one of the only games I ever played that actually actively encouraged my creativity. Most games be like, no, you can't do that, or walk me off, or no, you can't do that. With this game, you can solve one puzzle in a myriad of ways, and I could be extra if I want to. And I love that. So it giving me that freedom was good. And this is my favorite version of Link, to be honest. So for those reasons. But I actually will have to give Xenoblade Chronicles X its credit, because that's probably I think I told you this before on Discord, but I think that was the first open world game I really played. Like really, like not sandbox and not kind of open world. Like, yo, see that level 99 monster in the beginning area of the game? Like, yeah, if you're not careful, it will just body you, but it's there. Like, here you go. And when I got my fucking scale boy with the flight module and I was in the air, It was over. That's all I ever needed. Ask me what the fuck happens in that game. I don't give a shit about the story, bitch. I don't give a fuck. I don't know. I don't remember. Mira, we're on Mira because Earth blew up and we're Mimiasomes. Give a fuck. I was in a Gundam. Okay? That shit was raw. New Los Angeles out, baby. Holy shit. Yeah, so that one was big for me because I definitely had a blast with Xenoblade Chronicles X. 2 sucks. Go ahead.
Yeah. Another one for me, I was just talking about it earlier. Y'all got to hear it again. Resident Evil 2 remake, but son, when I say this is one of the greatest remakes ever created, that's no cap. Capcom really said, you know what? Let's actually develop a good game for once. And the rest of the niggas was like, oh, okay, I guess we did.
just this once. You're asking a lot here, all right? I'm gonna take it seriously, but I want to go back to bullshit after.
He's like, I kind of feel bad about dropping Street Fighter 5 with one game mode. Maybe we should come out with something raw. And boy, did they. So let me tell you, first of all, RE Engine. Son, that shit is so beautiful. The game looks fantastic. Like, boy, going from vanilla RE2 to seeing the police station in beautiful 3D. I'm like,
Shout out Raccoon City, yes
that
sir,
game
yes
was
sir.
raw. Not only that, the gameplay legitimately scary. The zombies when you shoot them, the zombies react to where you shoot them. So if you shoot the zombie in his arm, his arm might fall off. You shoot him in his leg, he could fall down on the floor. He'll start crawling. Like, bro, this game is insanity, boy. The zombies smart. They could open doors. They fucking swarm you. Like, it's legitimately scary. And then everybody's favorite meme when the game came out, the Mr. X mechanic. Boy, that nigga is horrifying. You literally just trying to solve these puzzles. Figure out what the fuck I gotta do next. Next minute, you know, all you hear is dum, 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 dum. These niggas big ass stompers walking down the halls. You shook for your life, boy. He's invincible. You can't even harm him. Like, bro, this shit.
You cannot harm me, nigga.
That nigga just walk up to you and clothesline you till you dead. So the game is so raw. Like, the changes that they made. This is how you freaking make an old game and reinvent it for a new audience. So it's not exactly easy, but it has a lot of new shit in it that makes it more quote unquote accessible to newer audiences. I would feel this is the direction that Resident Evil should take. If the rest of Resident Evil games played like this, I would have no complaints. Perfect combination of horror, survival, and puzzle solving. Graphics amazing, story fantastic, the voice acting great. Man, get the fuck that game raw, man. I'm talking, I'll slap the shit out of everybody. Talk to me. Shit.
I'm trying to think of other ones. That's a good one though. I did have fun with that game. It's like God Engine. You don't believe Capcom made it? That contractors or whoever made the engine is raw. I don't know.
Hey, listen, man. Listen. I don't care who the fuck made it. All I know is that this game raw.
As much as I liked Undertale, I don't know Undertale counts, but there was one moment in Undertale that I'll never forget, and that's the first time with Toriel. Let's just say I didn't mean to do what I did, and I did it, and I turned the game off, turned it back on, and then Flowey called me out on that shit. And I said, bitch, you reading my data? What's going on? I was scared. That shit was scary. I was like, no, sir, don't do that. But because it made me go, but I have to say Hollow Knight. I had a blast with Hollow Knight. I poured like 60 hours into that game. I beat it twice. I fucking loved Hollow Knight. I did all the DLC, God Masters, the Grim Troop stuff, everything. I did everything I could. I probably didn't do literally 100% stuff. Like I didn't 100% it. I don't care to do that, but I went hard in that game. Iconoclast blew me away because I wasn't expecting much. That and the Messenger. I feel like I played that. I feel like I played that, the Messenger, and Owlboy back to back. Those were all pretty good. But Horizon Zero Dawn. Horizon Zero Dawn is a goat. It's go. Did the Coliseum? I said the Coliseum of Fools. Yes, the Coliseum of Fools. I definitely did that for sure. Grim is not in the. Grim is not here. Grim. Grim's not here. But yeah, let me think. Okay. Actually, you know what? Let's ask the other questions first. We'll come back to this if we have any other ones. The other one was our favorite three genres. For me, it's platformers, fighters, and probably I don't know. Combine the two. New genre. Boom.
Fucking
I don't know.
me.
But platformers is probably my favorite.
First person shooters, Western RPGs, or just RPGs in general, but to put it more specific, Western RPGs. And three, fuck. Always that third one.
Yeah. I don't know.
Always that third
I
one.
like racing games. I don't know. I don't play enough racing games. I don't play enough racing games to say that though.
This man, I don't know.
You said dating sims? Alright, I'll go dating sims. do
Fucking
visual novels count?
shit.
If visual novels count, then visual novels might go second low key before a fighting game. I'll play a visual novel before I play a fighting game. So
I mean, probably. Probably sandbox. I mean, but I don't even know if you could classify it as a fucking
the thing
genre.
about it is like because remember how like I wanted to ask like what even is a role playing game? Like if I'm playing Call of Duty, I'm role playing as army guy who shoot guns. That's a role playing game, is it not? Like what even is an RPG? Like I think a lot of genres have become such an amalgamation of so many things, or encompass a huger umbrella that is like it's hard to box them into one thing. Like even with platformers, yeah, you jump around. You're supposed to like jump from platform to platform and not die or whatever. But then you can make a collectathon. You can add a bunch of shit to make it what it is. So, but yeah, I'm a cop out and say platformers, visual novels, and fighting games.
Yeah, I'm not gonna classify VNs as a genre. I mean, as you said, it's got to the point where genres aren't even really genres. So they don't explain what you're gonna be doing.
Metroidvania is just two games. Just Castlevania and Metroid, you play that like even Soulsborne, high key, but yeah.
Yeah, because they're literally just action games,
Yeah.
but they're action games with a stamina bar. It is slow or some type of shit. But yeah, for me, I would just say FPS, RPGs, specifically Western RPGs, and sandbox games. Even though I really don't want to use fucking sandbox as a genre, but let's cop out and say sandbox.
And then top 5 racers. Well, I can give you Diddy Kong Racing as one.
Yeah, that's both of ours one right there.
Because you said kart racing specifically, so I have to rule out snowboarding games because then it's snowboard kids too. Then probably what's my favorite SSX? But anyways, you said kart racing though, so yeah. I don't know what Pat's talking about in the chat. That's easily one of the worst Mario Karts. Double Dash stinks. I don't know what you talking about. I do not fuck with that game though. For real, I don't fuck with it. Let me think. Okay, Diddy Kong Racing, Crash Team Racing. I'm gonna give you 5. Just know Diddy Kong Racing is first. I'm not ordering the other 4. Put it that way. Crash Team Racing. I actually really like the Sega All Stars Transformed game. I played it to gum and beat most of the time. I actually think that's an underrated racing game. The new Sonic game is bad. That new Sonic racing game with the team shit is kind of whack. I don't like that one. What's my favorite Mario Kart? Low-key is Mario Kart Wii. But
he take all my ass. He take all my ass.
Listen, the first time I could pop my wheelie on the runway, I was like, oh shit. I was like, and you had Rosalina in the skin tight racer suit. I said, hold on now.
Man, the art that dad fucking produced, boy.
Yo, yes sir. Naya, I have lost my way now. Nah, I do not fuck with Double Dash. Snowboarding is not a racing game, bro. I mean, if you're racing downhill, it's racing. But yes, with snowboarding you can do like the half pipe stuff and like a trick contest for points, how much tricks you can do. But um, he said Double Dash DS64. I think 64 is better than all those games, but that's just me. Burnout 3, Need for Speed, Carbon. He said Beetle Adventure Racing, Super Mario Kart, and Forza. I never played Forza. You're a grown ass man. Just go outside and drive a car.
Brother, he said,
Hell
fuck it.
no.
He said, I'm gonna just name races. He said, I'm not gonna name no damn kart races. I'm gonna name just races.
Yeah, I respect it
Yeah, he said I'm a real man.
though. So yeah, what do I have? Diddy Kong, Crash Team, Sega All Stars, Transformed, and I have Mario Kart Wii. So I need one more. But Simi, you want to go ahead while I think of one more?
Son, you took all my answers. First of all, I don't even be playing kart races like that. So I'm about to bullshit and say a bunch of stupid shit. But Diddy Kong number one. Son, the simple fact you could race land, air, and sea. Get the fuck out my
Kaido, hold on. Land Arrow C, kind of powerful.
face. Get the fuck out my face. Diddy Kong is most definitely number one.
I am the
Uh
genie of the island.
oh my god, boy.
Shit, get
So
the gas.
I listen. I didn't even know how to get to the races. I was just driving around the hub, driving into a mountain. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. That game is so rough. But Diddy Kong number one for sure. After that, man, get the fuck out my face. I know I like Mario Kart Wii. That game's I actually played a lot. I with that game. Fucking Crash Tag Team Racing on PSP. That's raw.
I will say
Man.
this real quick. I do think Mario Kart 8 is probably a better game, or balance, if you will, than Mario Kart Wii. But the reason why I don't actually like Deluxe, I just want Mario. Like, me and Infamous always say this: just give me Mario Kart 9 and I'll be there. But Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, I don't like because I feel like they added some items. They added the second item slot without actually adjusting like the rate you would get certain items, like the RNG item box thing. I feel like they didn't tweak that. They added 20cc, couple characters, couple stages, I think, or whatever, maybe not, or the DLC was free or some shit. Then they added the fourth drift, right? That's all fine and dandy. But my issue was this: like when I play Mario Kart, any Mario Kart game, if I get hit with 2 blue shells in a race, I'm livid. I could get hit with 3 blue shells in one fucking lap in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. That shit is way too chaotic. It's not fun to play to me. I fucking hate it. I can't drive because the moment I accelerate, I get hit by 100 items. From a fucking thunder to blue shell to star to fucking bullet bill combo. And I'm like, that shit's so whack. They didn't adjust to RNG to make it make sense for the added item slot. That's my problem with Deluxe. That's why I don't play it. Because if I want to play that shit, I'm taking off items, bro. Just show me how you race, nigga. If you that nice. But no one wants to play that way, so I just don't play with anybody. Sorry, well, go ahead.
And fuck it, I'm a Mickey Speedway. That game, bro.
Oh shit.
Mickey Speedway getting my shit. And what? I'm about to say some random ass shit. Hey, listen. Google said that this is a kart racer. Actually, I'm saving some worse shit. The kart racing mini game in Mortal Kombat Armageddon. That shit, bro.
That's
You a
really
sick
funny.
man. This man didn't even. Wow.
Yak said I gotta power through it. Power through what? I'm not playing the game. I'm just getting hit by shit. I'm not driving. Again, I'm not knocking when to play it. Y'all enjoy Mario Kart Deluxe. Just leave me out of it. When Mario Kart 9 comes out, I'll be there. That's all I'm saying. I'm good. I'm not trying to get hit by 3 thunders in a lap. That's not fun. That's not fun. You suck. Learn how to drive.
If he said if he said normal racing games, that would have been so much easier. I would have threw in Sonic Riders in there.
Yeah, for sure.
I'd have thrown Burnout Dominator on there. Boom, bada bang.
I even
But
like the
not-
Wave Racers and some of those other games and stuff too. So like I probably would have thrown in one of those, like a water sports racing game with the jet skis and shit, or one of the not Excite Bike, but I can't remember one of the ones I like.
Fucking downhill jam where you racing down the hill, you could punch niggas, make them crash. Like, bro, so many games I could have listened, but nah, he said car race. I said, dang.
Nah, for real, Mario Kart 8 got too many items out. I played my homie. I mean, for me, it's deluxe specifically. 8, I think, was kind of fine, but I don't know. Then it said Super Mario Kart, Diddy Kong Racing, Crash Nitro Refueled.
Little
That
Big
Little
Planet.
Planet Racing. Okay. I'm like, LB. I'm like, what the fuck is that? I was trying to remember. I'm like, that's the game in Mario Kart 64. Mario Kart 64 is my second favorite Mario Kart. I think after the Wii one. Actually, then I'll probably go with 8. The DS game is actually not bad, but I didn't care for that. And then Mario Kart 7, I believe, was 3DS. But you've given me bikes, you can't take it away. I refuse to play a Mario Kart game if I can't use a bike now. I won't buy it. I promise. If I can't use a bike or ATV, I'm not playing. Mario Kart is dead. It's Mario Kart with bikes and ATVs now, forever. So the moment you take it away from me, I'm just not playing it. But yeah. All right. What should I start? River City Girls or Katana Zero? Katana Zero will probably take you less time, so I'd say that. But River City Girls is so fucking raw. I love that game.
Yes, sir.
And making another freak style game. I don't even know what that is. You know
Oh, that's a freaking yeah. It's the fucking bike racing game, right? That you can do fucking tricks and shit. It's either
Is that what I was thinking about then? Because there's one bike game that I love. We used to love to play, but it's like a dirt bike though, like dirt.
yes, it's ATVs, so it's dirt bikes.
Okay, all right, that was good. I don't know. But you know what actually was pretty cool? I seen like one of my friends, his son was playing that like real Mario Kart thing, with like the was it Labo or whatever the fuck I'm talking about, like the little real life one. That's just cool.
Oh,
It's just pretty cool.
Cardboard shit, so that's probably a fucking Nintendo Labo.
But that Sonic shit that you showed me today with a Lego.
So that's copped.
That's yo. If I hear that spin dash sound, it's over, bro.
Yeah, no, it's cop. Like, don't even play games. That's fucking cop. Like, son, Lego's wrong.
But yeah, I definitely would have thrown like just racing in general. Let's end with this. Let's just put like racing in general, like a game where you race in general.
Chocobo racing on there, boy.
Chocobo. Chocobo. You gotta say Chocobo. Yeah, so Snowboard Kids is number 1 for me. Then I'm still putting Diddy Kong Racing right after it. So 264 games. Snowboard Kids 2 specifically is better than 1 in every facet, but that's still like 1. Yeah, the first Sonic Riders are gonna have to go there. The first one. I don't hate the Zero Gravity one, but it's just I don't know. The first one better than me.
First one fire.
And I played the Connect one. That one's man.
Oh, Jesus.
I played it. I was trying to keep my balance. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I gotta think. Probably not Wave Race. I don't know. One of those games. What's one of the ones where I play on? We were on a fucking jet ski in the water. That shit was raw. But I don't know. Surprised you say Kirby Air Dash. I didn't even think about Kirby Air Dash, but is that top 5 though?
Nah, Kirby Air Dash literally plays itself. I never forget that clip from G4. I forgot what show was on G4. That nigga said, I think it was freaking Judgment Day. That nigga said he put down the controller. That's from the E. Nigga character was still racing perfectly fine without him. I said, no.
I find it funny that we didn't have the same opinion on Kirby games. Like, bro, I'm not playing this stupid, dumb, baby fucking shit. Like, listen, I'm not even a hardcore gamer. Yeah, rated M or I don't play, right? Like, I'm not that guy, but what the fuck am I supposed to do with this Kirby game?
Son, Kirby is a preschool ass game, boy.
Nah.
Fucking marshmallow ass shit.
But I like Kirby. Like, I like Kirby, the character and everything, and the world stuff is fine. But them games play itself, bro. You can't lose in Epic Yarn. You literally can't lose. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Let it play you. He said, let it play you. Holy shit. Yeah, I gotta throw the SSX in there, bro. I think Tricky was probably my favorite one. I don't know if it was the best one, though. I know one of them I liked. SSX 3 maybe I liked a lot. Was it on tour? Shit, one of them I really liked.
Son, freaking I have a confession to make. I never got a chance to play SSX when it was out.
Dang.
I mean, I own the original trilogy now, physicals on my fucking shelf behind me, but I never got a chance to play those fucking games when they came out. pain. One of the biggest EA Sports big games I didn't get to play.
Who's better,
Like,
Kirby or Bam? Kirby did it first, so Kirby. Sorry. Go ahead.
Kirby.
Chocobo Racing on there. Sonic Riders on there. Shit. Sonic Rush. Not Sonic Rush. What the game
Rivals?
called? Yeah, Sonic Rivals. That game on there. Son, I
That
put
was-
hours in
I was
that.
thinking about that because I definitely was racing niggas with Shadow all the time.
Son, I would purposely just wait till a nigga try to pass me and just beat the fuck out of it. Like, bro, that game's so raw, man. Sonic Rivals on there for sure. Burnout is on there for sure. Get the fuck out of my face.
Believe it or not, Mildeos, I have not played a lot of F-Zero, so it would. I don't even remember the games like that. But if they ever made a new one, I would like to try. But hey, you know, Nintendo out, do what they do. But
Man.
But like Simi, I like racing games, but I can't say I play a lot like that. You know? But if I'm snowboarding, I'm in there. Snowboarding games and golf games I will always be saying I just play it. I love golf games, I'll tell you. Golf video games, say it. From hot shot golf to pang yeah. Good shot. You know I love that game. My fantasy golf. Mario Golf, obviously raw. We always talk about the GBA ones when shit was actually raw. You make your own character, RPG system. For that and Mario Tennis, come on, dog.
Mama, stop playing games with me. Also, I gotta put out the shout out to my sister Extreme G on N64. Fucking Nintendo's attempt to rival Wipeout on the PS1. That game, bro.
Yeah. I used to play a lot of PGA Tour with my pops and everything. It's not funny because like I think the first thing I have to teach anybody who plays golf game is to look at the fucking wind. Like
why my shit move?
They just hit the shit like, yo, why the ball go so far to the left? I'm like, the wind is blowing like 14 kilometers in that direction. You have to aim into it a little bit so the wind guides it where you want. It's the first thing I teach a lot of people, but I play a lot of golf games. Pangya, I've definitely, especially the PSP one. I think on Wii, it was called Super Swing Golf, if I remember correctly. I have an unhealthy amount of hours in those games. Holy shit, man. What's up, man? Greg, how you doing, brother? You came towards the end, but how you doing, man? But yeah. Oh, NES Open Tour was good. That was good too. But thank y'all for coming though. We've been here for actually, you know, let's go for 2 hours and a half. Fuck, you have 3 minutes. Let's kick it for 3 more minutes. But yeah.
Dang, y'all ain't got no more damn questions. You hate to see it.
Yeah,
Already dropping the ball.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, they didn't ask anything else after the while. Outlaw Golf was good. Golf Story was fun. I like Golf Story. That was good. They're making Sports Story now with more sports. We'll see how I feel about that. Cause I like Frisbee. I'm like, ugh,
Frisbee. Nigga, just go buy a dog.
Too bad those golf games will help your real golf skills. No, that's facts. I still can't fucking putt. My short game is incredible though. My approach in short game is incredible. My driving is pretty good. I can hit the ball pretty far. I have to work on my control, but yeah, what carries me is my short game. But if I could putt, I'd probably be fine. I can't putt, bro. It's crazy. But what's my favorite anime game? There's a toss-up between Clash of Ninja, Revolution 3, or the last one they made in North America, because that was the most balanced one. So that's between that. You know what? But I really like the J All-Star games on DS. Fuck, that's a good one. I'm going to go JoJo All-Star Battle. None of the things I mentioned before. Look at me. Definitely JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle for me. That's definitely
that's an easy question for me. Kinnikuman Muscle Grand Prix 2. Get the fuck out of my face. Anyway.
Shit. Yeah.
So, listen. I said, when Max came out, they had the story mode. You do the freaking 7 Devil Knights arc. I'm like, okay, this is cool. I see the trailer for the for Pre 2. They took out the story mode, but they added the 5 Faded Princes. I said, oh my god, boy, get the fuck out of my face. I see fucking Soldier, aka Ataru. I said, now we here.
I'm gonna have to look at that. you have to show me some shit. But let me think. He said the Leaf had been under that hoodie. I actually don't. I actually no longer own a Leaf headband. I actually used to have two. I don't. I stole one from Walmart, and then um the other one. I don't know if I got the other one, but I used to have two. I used to have the vest and everything too. But it is what it is. But
Look at this nigga admitting to crimes on stream.
this that.
Jesus.
Let me think.
Yeah, I lost my fucking headband.
Ooh,
from
Legacy of
Coney Island.
Goku 2 is up there, Pat. I love that game. Up there. Sorry, that's up there. Leaf Whirlwind. Leaf Hurricane.
Bro.
Yeah,
You
my
are sick, bro.
dumbass. You know when you were a kid, you have something that you like a lot, you just bring it with you everywhere.
Yes.
My dumbass.
Yes.
I brought my fucking Leaf headband with me when I went to fucking Coney Island. My cousin, my mom, my sister. I left that shit on a fucking bumper cart. I try to go back. That shit long gone, boy. Yeah, so somebody stole my shit. That's probably fucking Yeti who stole my shit. That's crazy.
A fall.
Yeah, maybe.
What game do you want to play that you haven't yet? Is that a game that's old or upcoming? I guess we'll do one for each. We'll do one for each. Do one upcoming game you want. So I'll say Chris Tales. Sorry. It's in the picture actually because we're supposed to talk about RPGs, but it's okay another time. In the up there, so Chris Tales. It would have been Nirvana probably, but Sukeban Games betrayed me this year for whatever reason.
They said, "Fuck you, we not working on this shit no more."
Yeah. As for like an older games that I need to get into, there's a lot. To be honest, I don't even know where to fucking start. But let me think of one. I mean, no, that's I'm not gonna give you the visual novel ones because that's the easy answer. I'm gonna play them. They're right here. But what's someone always on my ass for playing other than Metal Gear? That's too easy.
Fuck.
That's too easy. And I looked up the timeline. I can't play them anymore. But I don't know. I'm gonna think of upcoming games I really want to play. I'm not really trying to look at the backtrack or nothing like that. It is what it is.
For upcoming game that I want to play, Biomutant easily. That's a game that I've been looking forward to for fucking years now. It's finally got a release date in May. Super duper fucking excited about that. DMC in the mud, Near Automata in the mud. Now for an old game, I need to get into the fucking RTS genre in general. I need to make it fucking happen. I need to put a classic. So fucking Warcraft, Starcraft, Warhammer, Dawn of War, all them fucking classics. I need to play those.
I don't know why can I think of any game that's out there I need to play, but I don't know. I still haven't played that one game, the latest game from Tokyo RPG Factory. Not Lost Sphere, the other one. Onaki?
Oh yeah, or Oninaki or something like that.
But you're not charging me $40 for that shit, bro. Okay. Get me out of here. But all right. I don't see any other questions, so I think maybe next time what I'll do is during the stream or something is maybe I'll tweet something out. I don't know. So maybe we'll get some from Twitter and Discord. I don't know. But the game's amazing. All right, I believe you. Cause I had fun with Lost Sphere. I had more fun with I Am Setsuna, but it is what it is. But yeah, I'll look into it.
That game and fucking Chris Star or whatever the fuck it's called. I just need them hoes to drop in price to $19.99 and below. Then I'll buy it.
I'll say I want to get Chris Stars too, but yeah, that shit's still like $40. I'm damn.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Bro, they hitting me with the TJX6 shit. They $40. Nigga, come on, bro.
And I'm definitely gonna be playing later on in the year a lot of Temtem, so I'll be on that.
Yep.
With Vince, me and I, we gonna hit the dual stream. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Let's go. Go fucking merge the streams.
Yeah, shit like that. But all right, we out. I'm tired.